Welcome, travelers, to another thrilling episode of Arcanarama. I'm professional chum-dungler Cameron Holt, joined as always by the intrepid Arcana crew. Introduce yourselves, Arcana crew.
I'm a tasty, low-carb treat that everyone at the potluck can enjoy, Samantha Zuckerman.
That's not funny.
And I'm internationally acclaimed cyborg, Kitty.
I'm these glistening fish lifters, Taylor.
Oh no.
Before we begin tonight, we have some announcements to go through. So I'm going to throw it back over to this glistening fish lifter.
It's hard, right?
Taylor, tell them about the Gilded Rogue.
The Gilded Rogue is a website. You can go to it if you want to, and you can buy D&D things that make you feel good about D&D, and things that tell others that you like D&D. Pillow, shirt, coffee mug. Our merch is hosted over there. And every
Show
time
them your boobs.
Show them your tits.
My boobs. Wait, I don't know if I can...
Show tats. Yeah. It's very impressive. Over at thegildedrogue.com.
Like and subscribe.
It's for you. Give us a follow.
Like, subscribe.
Stop crying. Guys, you gotta stop crying while you do it.
Like, subscribe. Like.
That's their names.
Every time you purchase anything from the Gilded Rogue, they plant a tree, and they tell you about what the tree does for its immediate area, and you become pen pals with the tree. So go to thegildedrogue.com and buy a forest of merch. That's all I have for the Gilded Rogue. Thanks, Cam.
Thanks, Taylor. Throwing it over to Sam to tell us a little bit about our other sponsor this evening, More Fun Comics and Games. Sam, take it away.
Oh, what's up? How's it going? Our other sponsor is More Fun Comics and Games. They have comics, they have games, they have these lovely giveaways that they send to us so that we can send them to you, so that you can play D&D or other TTRPGs with your friends and loved ones who you kiss gently on the forehead. This one is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight pack, and as you can hear, there's something very big in it.
As you can hear, they're all broken now.
I broke them individually.
That's okay, these ones are flexi, so they
one
don't
by
break as
one,
easy.
so that they would be pre-broken when they arrived at your home or doorstep. I have pre-kissed all of them gently on the forehead.
Also, if you would like, if you like, by request of the winner, we might open them and do an unboxing at the end of the stream.
I burped.
And he tried to keep it inside.
It was really loud inside of my body.
Sometimes it's
it
hard.
echoed in the corridors of my hands.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Sam.
Anytime.
I'm so sorry.
Anytime.
I love
Now,
to be helpful.
To tell you about some more cool stuff you can get and have for yours, and you can have it, and it's there, and you can, it's yours. Kitty, tell them about Patreon.
Hey, y'all. We have a Patreon. We launched recently.
Yeah,
It is
3 months ago.
Patreon.com/Arcanarama. We've got a lot of bonus stuff on there and goodies. We've got some secret podcasts that we did before we started this that Cameron's been editing and putting together. It's very good, very fun. It was my first game. We've got like artwork that goes up. There's a lot of different things, a few different tiers, and it just really helps us out immensely with shipping these lovely giveaways that we do every week, and set dressing things and improvements, and just making the show better overall for us and for you.
Yeah.
So go do it if you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
this month we released our first look at one of the characters for Frontier, the upcoming podcast that Taylor is GMing, and we're all playing in. It's my character, Poffle. All I can tell you about him right now is that his name is Poffle. He's a little guy, and there are 3 animated GIFs of him over there. Yes, I said it, GIF. And you can download those and spread them across the internet to your heart's content. I want to use them to react to everything.
Yeah.
And now that I've said it out loud on the stream, I'm going to start using them in Discord openly. I've been holding myself back.
Consider that a gift from us to you.
Hell yeah. We have another giveaway this evening. This beautiful set of Fable Fire Dice Wellington. Because I officially have to say it now, Fable Fire Dice are not candy. They are not edible. They are sharp. They are made from epoxy resin. Do not put them in your mouth. I cannot be held liable for any injury or sickness that you may incur upon yourself by ingesting said dice.
Now
Thanks
he
for
said
making
it.
me have to say it out loud again. Thank you guys so much for over 300 followers. We are still ironing out the specifics of the next Sexy Monster Illustration charity stream, which we can call SMIX for short if we want to.
We don't have to.
No.
Yes.
I'm not going to drink liquids for 3 days, so I'm extra thirsty for that shit.
I haven't cleared this with anyone at the table or even mentioned it to
Oh,
them.
good.
But if we hit 400 followers before then we'll do something extra special that we haven't even
We'll
decided.
draw a dick.
That's Patreon content, Sam.
I'll draw a dick with feet on it. I don't even care.
The balls or the feet.
The ball's hard.
The ball's hard.
Also, a reminder
Welcome.
that we will be off on April 22nd and April 29th as we build and settle into our new set. But we'll be back on May 6th, with episode 63. Assuming a tragedy doesn't happen next week or somebody doesn't get ill or something.
You gotta wear your Nintendo
Hey,
shirt
stop.
for
A
the
lot of
64th.
assuming. Yeah.
I'm already having a tragedy all the time. Don't wish them.
I did the opposite of that. So we'll be back on May 6th after our little 2-week break, and we'll be back in all new space that looks probably eerily
Probably
similar
it'll most
to this
look
one.
like this one.
Except for me, I'll look different.
We play D&D, not tragedies.
Not what?
Oh, good.
Yeah, well, it was fun. I had fun.
Oh, well, imagine.
Well,
Well, unless anybody else has any announcements that I've forgotten about.
yes, I do. There is, for our giveaways, the group decided to make me make this announcement. There is a small payment you have to make to enter for our giveaways, and that is to be nice to somebody. Sometime in that week, you have to be nice to someone. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And you don't have to prove it.
Yeah.
And I
Well-
should also say, this isn't legally binding.
Hey, I'd say it doesn't even have to be in person. If you wanted to do it in our
Yeah.
Discord, which you can get to through the link in our About section, you could do it in there. Not to one of us, though.
Do it
Be
in
nice
chat.
to us.
And it doesn't have to have
Yeah.
monetary value. I do have to say that
Yes,
too. Just
yes.
be nice to somebody.
Be nice friends in the chat.
And also, you have to be a follower of us here on twitch.tv/Arcanarama. Yeah. Also free.
That's nice.
Oh, were there
nice.
any places that you can't live?
You can't live in Quebec
Weird
and
question, but
and have and be a prize winner because Quebec has laws against
Or Venus.
giveaways and things. Yeah. Also Mars because the shipping
Too
is
far.
absurd these days. Well,
We
with
did
all
lose
that,
a delivery guy trying.
With all that out of the way, it's time we delve deep into the Ritter Mines to rescue old friends and maybe make some new ones along the way. In tonight's episode of Arcanarama.
Previously on Arcanarama. After finding themselves beyond the mists in the realm of Borga, the Mistwalkers were led by Silas towards the small city of Sturban. Along the way, Cholula discovered that she had picked up a few feline tagalongs while traversing the mists. Silas recalled a forest path that led to his childhood home, opting to take the party through the Ossian woods in lieu of passing through town. While Silas was recalling memories of old, Alma triggered a hunter's trap. Though she took no damage, it did draw the attention of a group of unlikely villains within the Aspen Forest. A beholder, mind flayer, and Rakshasa that appeared to be working together. Things were looking dire until the arrival of a mysterious figure who could pack a punch. After the battle, she revealed herself to be Katya Wilford, Silas's sister and Alma's aunt. It was also revealed that the otherworldly creatures that had attacked were in fact clockwork constructs running on a volatile power source known as Kesso. After a touching reunion with family and a long rest at the old Wilford house, Alma contacted Wellington and learned that Pippin and Cherry have been captured by the Delisnia family, the nobles behind the horrible constructs. The party set out for the Ritter Mines to reunite with Wellington and to search for Howard, an escaped tinkerer from the Delisnia estate that had contact with Silas's mother. What dangers lurk within the Ritter Mines? With such convincing constructs on the loose, can anyone really be trusted? Who is this lovely creature that has escaped from the Delisnia estate? Find out in the next episode of Arcanarama.
Welcome back. We begin right where we left off, as the Mistwalkers and Katya Wilford travel along a dirt road towards the Ritter Mines. After a few miles, The road begins to get a little steeper. Stark gray cliffs become visible over the tree line, and Silas, this walk is all too familiar. Eventually you come to a split in the road. We'll head left at the fork towards the mines, I'm sure Silas remembers. Up ahead. As Katya is saying this, a garish cart of black with silver trim comes barreling around the curve of the right side of the fork. Luckily, you all have plenty of visual warning to get out of the way, as 4 black horses' hooves beat down on the dirt road, guided by a gaunt figure in servant's clothes in the driver's seat. You all have plenty of time to get out of the way, but you see there are people up ahead of you. A lot of people are kind of heading into the mines for work now. As others are actually headed out, you're kind of like crossing with them. But you see as this black carriage comes barreling around the corner and people are jumping out of the way and quickly moving out of the way. As the cart disappears around another bend in the road behind you, you see a few other mine workers stand and dust the red dirt off from their clothes. Katya kind of brings herself back out watching it go. And that direction is the Ritter estate. It looks like we were lucky today, no one was hit. Come, there's an abandoned mine shaft not too far from here.
All right.
Do you have water?
I do.
Okay.
Some bread.
Did you say you're so brave?
I said, would you like some bread?
You're so brave.
You're so brave.
Who could
Being
even
a really
do that?
brave boy right now.
I'm being really brave about it.
So brave. That's how I'm going to react to sneezes. So brave.
Katya leads you off the road and into the thicket of these aspen trees. And eventually you come across a series of wooden planks, kind of just laid across the ground with dirt, the red dirt kind of coming over the edges and areas. And she kneels down and pries up a few of the planks in the middle to reveal what looks to be, looking down with your dark vision, about a 60-foot shaft with a ladder leading down. Yeah, get used to it. We're going into mines. There's going to be a lot of miners and shafts.
Shaft. Shafts in the chat, don't.
I guess I shall lead the way.
All right.
Does, stupid question. I was gonna ask if she seems capable. The answer was yes.
I mean, she seems familiar.
Well, I mean, like, if something were to attack her, but the answer is yeah.
Yeah, based on the last round of combat that you had with Katya,
She good.
she can hold her own. Yes.
She's good.
She begins heading down this sketchy iron ladder into the mines.
I follow.
Oh, good. There's a ladder.
Does there
I love
seem
when
to
there's
be
a
any
ladder.
sound of anybody else in here? Like, if I listen down into the
Make a perception check.
shaft.
We can say shaft.
Shaft.
We're allowed.
I like to whisper.
You only can whisper shaft, actually. New rule. New stream rule.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You don't hear anything immediate. You hear some, like, distant rumbling, some, like, what you presume to be people working the mines in other areas. But it seems like, as Katya explained, this leads into an abandoned area.
Okay.
How open is the entrance to this area? Like,
It's about 10 feet around.
okay.
Whoever goes last should pull the boards back down so it doesn't look like anyone came down here.
I will do that. I would like to be last. That's where I feel safe.
Easy enough. You pull the boards back over to cover the mine shaft as you make your way down. As you enter the mines, these dank and dark, like there are no lanterns lit or anything of that nature in this area. And contrary to what you might have been led to believe based off of Wellington's description of the area that leads into where he is currently hiding out within the mines, there's not like a lot of glowing flora. There's not a lot of like bioluminescent mushrooms or anything of that nature. It is stark dark down here.
Would we be like on the same level that he's on? Because he talked about like going into the mine and then finding boards, and then a 50-foot drop.
Right. Well, that
So-
leads us to our next
Okay.
situation, which is as you are searching the mines for where Wellington might be, I need someone to make a survival check. Whoever wants to lead the pack, I can make it, or rather, if you guys want Katya to roll. Oh, we didn't do a vibe check. Oh shit.
Oh no, you guys!
Yeah, now's the time. Let's do our
Yeah.
vibe checks now.
Okay.
all of our characters froze in place.
Sorry, everyone. You can do
The
your
camera.
vibe check along with us in the chat by typing !vibe check or exclamation VC. I got a 10.
I got a
Got
10.
a not one, baby.
Ooh.
A big 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Stacked 3.
We're doing good.
We're doing really,
We're
really
doing
good.
so good.
You want to read the
Immaculate.
chat's results at halftime or something?
Yeah. When we go to our break, I'll read the chat's results. If someone reminds me, because I'll forget.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
If we're about to go to break, just fill chat with all the things we need to read.
If you guys would like for Katya to be leading the charge, I will ask one of you to roll for Katya, and I'll let you know what she adds.
I can help Katya search around, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead
whatever.
and make a survival check. Alma, as the niece, do you want to roll for Katya?
Sure.
Dope.
I got an 8.
Oh. I got a 15.
Hell yeah, not bad. Aiding Katya, you search the mine for, and it is very, even with your dark vision, you're basically just getting, I don't know if you guys have seen The Descent, but the night vision sections that they have, I might be misremembering this. I might be thinking of
Have I seen
special features.
I don't remember.
I think it's
You're basically, you can see 60 feet in front of you, and then it is just pitch darkness, and everything that you're seeing is in these kind of sepia tones. Very night vision goggly.
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 I'm feeling goggly.
I feel kind of glonky. After about 45 minutes of traversing in the cold, dark caverns, you see the walls open up a bit. As you enter a more cavernous space, there are stalactites and stalagmites coming up from the ground, and some connect to the ceiling, some are just kind of dangling there above you. And everybody make either an investigation or insight check.
Day 20. Insight.
11 insight.
23 insight.
Nice. What did you get, Silas, again? 20?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. Silas and Alma, you both are aware, kind of walking around this space and kind of trying to get a vibe for how open it is. This is clearly a natural formation that has been tacked onto. There are some timber framing in certain areas to keep cave-ins at bay and things of that nature. Until you get to a certain area where the walls are rough-hewn. On those insight checks, this is it's almost too clean to be the work of a pickaxe. And just as you're noticing this, the ground rumbles beneath your feet. And Silas, your mind instantly goes to Kesso and potential devastations elsewhere in the mine. A few loose stones skitter down amidst clouds of dust from the walls and ceiling, and then the rumbling stops.
Katya, if you
Bursting from the ground is a gargantuan, worm-like creature of deep violet. As it undulates, it opens a massive, toothy maw, dripping with stone and slobber and revealing rows upon rows of sharp fangs. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
No.
Big fart. I was going to ask why this mine was closed.
Shit. Shitass.
Shitass.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, how are we looking?
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30. I think I made the just like me joke last time that happened.
Aha!
Full aim.
Hell yeah.
5.
Dirty.
5.
Aim 5.
I got a natural 30.
Kitty's rolling different dice.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look at what we're working with here.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Keep your shirt on.
Take it off. We need views. Take it.
I already did a peck dance, okay? We're gonna need more subscribers for that.
400.
I'm gonna let you guys place yourselves, or rather, tell me where you'd like to be placed. Silas, where would you like to be?
Wherever those unnaturally smooth walls were that you were discussing, I imagine
It's
all
kind
that
of,
I
I mean, at this point, it's kind of
Okay.
the rise here.
I'm at the back of wherever we were coming from.
Okay, excellent. Like all the way back?
I was the last person in
Okay.
the group.
Cool. And Cholula.
I didn't catch the smooth wall part, so I'm probably kind of in the middle there, maybe.
All right.
Just like, oh, bigger area.
Ooh, I wonder what this could all be about. Boss room?
The map cam is frozen for now.
Okay.
Just wanted to say it.
Ice.
Well, just for now, if you guys want to check out
Worm.
the purple worm.
Oh my god, you got a friend.
Just a little guy.
I do, yeah. Let's show the audience. Well, I think Robbie's busy with
Yeah.
Yeah.
troubleshooting.
We will have a map for you guys soon.
Yes, yes. Worry not. It's on its way.
There's a big purple worm here.
Oh, it's probably because we unplugged it earlier. That's right.
Yeah.
Oops.
Might need
Our bad.
Quick refresh.
Oh, you got it.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Robbie.
Robbie
Robbie's
to
in
the
the chat.
rescue.
Robbie's in the chat.
And then I'll just do a little turnaround. Hey, purple worm. I made him
That's how he
myself.
talks. Hey.
To terrorize my friends. All right, up first
Hurrah.
is Cholula.
Okay.
Surprising no one.
Do I know anything about this?
You can make a nature check.
Okay. Okay.
What's that guy?
What's that? God, fucking really?
This will be a free action.
Okay. Well, that's a 9.
A 9. You have never heard of anything like this. It is
Cool.
gargantuan and terrifying.
Then I'm gonna start with bonus word hell yeah or whatever it is for my flame tongue bow, and I'm just gonna fire an arrow at it and see what that does.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Is the word hell yeah?
I think it is.
It is now.
I think it's knock arrows.
That's mad cock, dude.
cock, dude. I wish it wasn't.
Why? Why you do these things?
Super cocked. You gotta,
Okay, well,
it's not exactly small
Maybe
or
it's
dexterous.
just big worm and easy. 17?
17 does not hit.
Yo. Hey, what?
Is it one of those that hits, but it's not affected or something? Because that's a big boy.
You all have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think we brag about it like every other D&D party, but I think we do.
Dope. Good to know. Good to know. Just making sure.
How far away is the closest rock to me?
Probably this one, yeah.
30 behind you or 50
Or like, are
to the one
these
up there.
ledges
Like this rock?
actually here?
Yeah. Everything is as you see it.
I think I'm just gonna go up onto a ledge. If
Okay.
I can.
Do you want to go to your left or your right?
Cholula's left.
Okay. So up this direction.
You want to go to your Sam
here?
or your Taylor?
No, you go to your this wiggle or this wiggle. That's the which wiggle feels like left.
Excellent. I'll also kind of shift this way so we keep eyes
shifty.
to the best of our ability. Excellent. Cholula, is that your turn?
Yep.
All right. That brings us to the purple worm.
Purple worm, purple worm.
Oh shit! Hang on. I didn't roll for Katya. Also, I
Katya, get in here.
could really use her stats. Where are you, Katya?
Oh, you still got so much fun beverage.
There she be.
I got so many
Wanna
fun
see
beverages.
It's a very cold one, so I have to do it slow.
Do you
Oh, damn,
also
okay.
cough when you have cold inside?
It makes my brains hurt, and then you have to like Rub your tongue on the roof of your mouth.
I get a weird cough when like I eat or drink something super cold.
Yeah.
That does bring us to
sometimes.
Katya's turn.
Hey,
Okay,
we were
sorry.
vamping.
Yeah, this is clearly what you wanted us to be doing.
I'm glad we always keep it
Yeah.
interesting. What just happened?
We were
Okay, here we
vamping
are.
about congestion.
All right. Katya's just like, shit, and rushes
Yeah.
forward.
She's correct.
And she's going to just wail on it.
Punch.
Sure.
She's going to go ahead and make her
Punch its little
three
spikes on.
attacks.
I thought she brought a whale.
That's a natural 20 for the first
Yay.
one.
Hell yeah.
She did bring a whale.
A whale of a time.
25 is going to hit. 19 also hits.
Dang. Let's take our aunt everywhere.
I'll roll the crit first. 14 plus. It's 20 points of damage for the first hit.
Hot damn. And then the worm dies. And then the worm dies?
Yeah.
Then the next 2 strikes. These all together. Ooh. 1 plus 12 is 33 points of force damage.
Jesus.
She put out like 120 in one round last
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah,
that's
Katya's no
true.
fucking joke. I was just rolling like absolute trash at the beginning. That
Same.
is her whole turn. She doesn't really have any bonus actions that are relevant at the moment. So that is going to bring us to the purple worm, which is going to lash out at the first thing that attacked it, which is Katya. And it's going to reach down with its first attack and attempt to bite Katya.
You mean consume? That's-
Yeah. 24 will hit Katya for sure. Six. Sorry, like fully forgot to add Katya to this fight.
No, no worries.
She's awesome.
We can talk about congestion. A bit
There we
more.
go. Yes, please do. That hits and deals an amount of damage, and she needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That's pretty good. She's pretty dexterous. 21 is going to save.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
She takes the bite, and you see the teeth kind of like sink in and deal damage to her, but she manages to kick off of the worm's mouth and does like a very graceful backflip and catches herself on the ground. Right, yeah, okay, cool. Then it's going to use its second attack. As you see, its tail bursts out of the ground as well and is going to whip at her with this like bony protrusion that looks like some sort of stinger.
I don't like that.
Natural 19 is going to hit for sure. Wow.
I know.
I'm rolling absolute shit for damage over here, though.
That's
good.
good.
7 plus is 16. However, Katya is looking pretty hurt.
Yeah.
And needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's bad.
Natural 18, she's fine.
Okay.
Dope. That's the purple worm's turn, which is going to bring us to Silas.
Neato.
Get a milkman.
Get a milkman! Get a milkman! It echoes through the mines.
Is its tail like another entity in here, or is it?
It's
sharing
part
its
of the
space?
same mini, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna rage. That's definitely one thing that I want to do to
Hashtag
start.
not sponsored.
We're not doing the movie tour.
Hell yeah, bonus action rage.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna beat it up. Yeah,
I'm baited up.
I'm gonna punch it with a weapon.
Silas runs forward. I don't need to be putting them on the base. I'm just doing that
Yeah.
for fun.
For fun and profit.
You
You've probably got enough movement to flank if you'd like.
Yes, please. I'm going to go out with, the short sword.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Flankman.
Flank them.
Wow, neat. That sucks. 17.
17 does not hit. Rather, it hits, but though this worm is like undulating, there are these like armored plates. You see it has a pretty hefty natural armor to itself.
I'm going to try again.
Go for it.
That one's cocked. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
16.
Oh God.
16 also misses.
Cool. That's it's my turn.
Okay.
Right? Bonus action and 2 incredible attacks.
All right.
Fantastic. Just plus 10 to that if you're keeping track at home.
Ending Silas's turn is going to bring us to Alma.
Yeah. I'd like to kind of get to the side of it so that I'm not directly in its line of vision as I
Like,
blast.
up here?
Yeah, can I get up there?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, none of this is like difficult terrain or anything.
great. Yeah, I'm gonna get up there. I would like to cast a 3rd level guiding bolt.
Hell yeah, go for it.
You don't.
Make that worm glow.
Please don't fuck up. I need a win. Yay! 28! Yay!
Nice. It hits. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, just 6.
Sorry about the burp. Probably said I can't mute my mic.
Hey, that's not bad. Okay.
That's pretty good.
26 points of radiant damage to the Woim.
Nice.
Wine.
And I believe the next attack on it has advantage.
Yep.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
sounds
The
like a
next attack
guiding.
against the worm has advantage.
Wine.
Dope. Is that your full action movement bonus action business?
Could I go ahead and... Can I do a quicken spell?
Mm-hmm.
I want to. 2 sorcery points. Easy peasy. Boom. And I am going to... Yeah, I think I'd like to Sacred Flame the worm.
Hell yeah, go for it.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Super dexterous.
Oh, it is? Mm-hmm. Oh, I wasn't listening.
That's a 5.
Yay! That's 3d8. 1, 2, 3. That is 12, 20 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Yeah. And the wine already went.
Hell yeah. Ending Alma's turn brings us back to the top of the round, where what you guys haven't noticed yet, as you were coming through, is there's actually a little opening. And I would say, Cholula, actually, how far away are you? I don't even know if you're close enough to see this. Keep in mind, it is pitch black in here. Not quite, just out of range. Alma, what's your passive perception? It's pretty low, correct?
Yeah, it's only 13.
Okay. Silas is definitely too far away.
He
Excellent.
has 120 feet.
I've got double sight.
Oh, right. That's true, and this only goes out to 80, so you are definitely in range. What is your passive perception?
18.
18.
I've got eyes.
I've got eyes.
He uses them for seeing.
You hear, aside from this kind of like the undulating and the like cracking of rock from where this worm has burst through the earth, you hear a smaller kind of skittering sound. And looking up, you see another creature appearing from out of this little hole.
Is that about where we came in?
Yes.
Cool.
Kind
I'll
of
save
hunched down. It skitters out of the hole. And I'd like to bring Josh Kitchens to the table.
Don't forget your
Well, first things first, we need you
Did that feel good?
We did not plan that.
first things first, I need you to roll initiative.
There we go. I should be on now. Hello.
But don't use those dice.
Oh.
You guys have long arms. You don't need me.
Yeah.
You can't eat those.
Sam, if you don't mind handing me Howie.
Oh, yeah.
Whee!
And I spoke to
Gently.
the other one, too.
Here's another guy, too. He's a secret, though.
Yeah.
I'll show them.
But don't use those stinky dice. Ew, gross.
I thought about calling them crusty and old, but I decided not to.
All right, need a what roll?
Initiative.
Initiative. Let's go.
Go, go, go. Let's go.
Okay. 18.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Not bad at
Not
all.
bad.
That actually puts you in ahead of the purple worm.
Purple worm.
Back at the top of the round, Cholula, it is your turn.
Cool. I'd like to keep Kat running along this ledge.
Yeah. Have you shifted or no?
I have not yet.
Okay. How far do you want to go?
How far is it to the edge?
Like over here?
Yeah.
30 feet.
Yeah, let's do that.
Now you're one step closer to the edge.
Exactly.
And you're about to break.
This worm's neck.
I'm gonna try to fire
all-
It's all
another
neck.
arrow.
I'm all neck,
Please
baby.
do the thing.
Nice.
Much better. 26.
26 absolutely
Didn't
hits.
need
Nice, nice, nice.
And you get sneak attack on this roll.
I love sneak attack.
We love when you get sneak attack.
We do.
Snack attack.
Sneak attack.
She snack.
Okay,
She
so-
attack. You can probably turn the worm towards the camera. I mean, it will lash out. Yeah, it looks great. So, like,
Ooh.
It's gooey.
The gooiness is
He
great.
dripping.
it's got like trimmers mixed with Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all just Sculpey and foil and a little bit of foam for the rocks.
Speaking of foil,
Fun fact, if you make your teeth and spines and bake those first, then when you make the body, you can just stick them in there because they're hard. It's great. Good times.
Nice.
follow Fablefire on YouTube.
I haven't posted in a long time.
Follow anyway.
He sells it really well.
Give me the 2,000 and maybe I'll make another video.
That's
You gotta earn it, baby.
32 points of damage from the arrow and then 2 points of fire damage.
2 points of fire damage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's just the friction from the air it was passing by.
Ooh, ouchie.
Hell yeah, not bad at all.
How close to me is Worm?
Is Worm?
30.
Yeah.
You're
Exactly
really
30.
good at this.
30 is an easy one.
I would like
No.
to. I would like to say a go get him to the dancing sword.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go get him.
I really need to like rewatch the show and remember what all of my original bonus words
Sick
were
'em.
for all these.
Or just write them down.
Maybe.
You write it down.
Right, dancing sword. Here we go. 22.
Hot dang.
2 hits.
Good going, sword.
Yes. Okay.
Can I just put it out there? Is it 18?
What?
The AC for this thing?
Oh, I mean, I don't think.
I don't know if
yet.
we've hit the just hits yet.
Really? 17 hasn't twice. so I just
17
figured-
hasn't, 19 has, but we don't know if 18 will.
Maybe we'll find out together.
I just gotta put my energy towards these, you know? I need to give it a number.
That's 9 points of magic sword damage.
9 points of magic sword.
sword.
Hell yeah. It's the best kind of damage.
Yeah.
Dope. Ending Cholula's turn brings us to Katya, who is going to continue. Actually,
Yeah.
She would.
The whole time.
She uses breath weapon all the time.
She had it the whole time.
she's going to take a risk.
Whiskey.
And you see as down here in the dark, you can see when she is attacking this creature, there's this sort of like orange glow around her fists. And she brings them up to her temples in a very like Jean Grey move. and her eyes glow with this orange flare. And I need the worm to make a Constitution saving throw.
She shoots
Constitute
laser
worms.
beams out of her eyes.
Very fun.
Ooh, that saves.
Oh,
That's a
Damn it.
28.
Jesus, worm.
It would be constitute.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
It would be constitute.
Let me just make sure it doesn't.
It only burrows through rock. I imagine it's not exactly a softie.
Maybe it's just really strong.
Okay, it still takes half damage.
Strong guy.
Nice.
Pretty strong. But can't drink or anything.
Doesn't even know its ABCs. Just small.
I'm just small. Doesn't even know ABCs. Only knows small.
And nap.
34 halved to 17, right? Yeah.
What was that?
Inappropriate. That's what that was.
Takes 17 psychic damage as you see it just kind of like and squirms and undulates a little bit more. Continues dripping. Dope.
That drip.
Is Katya's turn. That's going to bring us to this new mysterious stranger.
This guy.
What's up? Yeah. I guess I'll move 30 feet closer to the worm.
Hell yeah.
Bad idea.
I will also,
Do not get closer to the worm.
I will also say, well, we'll talk about your friend is right behind you.
Oh, hell yeah. And so, action, I'm gonna throw my hammer at it.
Hell yeah.
It's probably outside of normal range to like long range, but I've got pack tactics because I think it's 20 feet normally.
It's only 20 feet away. Does pack tactics only, can you read pack tactics? Does that only apply to melee?
It says
It's with if allies are within 5 feet of the thing you're targeting, right?
advantage on attack rolls against creature if at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the
Dope.
creature and isn't incapacitated.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll go ahead and say that you're allies in the moment.
Okay,
We're not killing each other.
Yeah.
but it is within 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's exactly 20 feet away from you.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Fuck yeah!
By 10.
Hell
That's
yeah.
2 Fs.
All right.
Is it on
hell
is it on your new dice?
Yeah,
No,
man.
it's on the
No,
other
it's
one.
on the
other one.
I got a
Okay.
15 on that one though, so still good.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
vibes.
Both
Those
would have
are
been
cool,
hit.
though.
So that'd be 2d8.
It's okay, Josh. Eventually, your dice will look like these, and those, and those.
Yeah. And we do just roll for like you would for the normal damage and then double that and then add your modifiers
Yep.
for the crit.
So that'd be 5, double that, 10, plus 8, 18.
Nice.
Nice, dang.
Rock'em sock'em.
Oh, hammer.
And then hammer flies back in my hand. I'm gonna do it again.
Yo, what?
This is a good time to maybe describe as you all see this. There's
Hammer come out of
There's like
nowhere.
sparks as the hammer hits, and now I think you're within visual range of just about everybody except maybe Cholula.
Now you got Jalula.
Cholula has 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're within visual range of everybody. So if you
Yay.
wouldn't mind describing what they see.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about
so
yourself.
you see a little red kobold. Has a hammer in one hand, probably a wrench in the other. A bunch of like mismatched armor that's kind of weirdly fitting together. It looks like he doesn't really care about the aesthetic of things, but like there's pieces of pots and whatever, just kind of making up the armor. And then a yellow like scarf around his neck.
Hell yeah.
But he's barely over 2 feet tall.
Yeah,
Just
a
little boy.
guy.
Little guy.
Yeah, just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah.
This little rust monster.
Go ahead and make your next attack with advantage.
Hell yeah. 14 plus 27.
27.
And then let's do one more time. 16.
Nice. You're intentionally rolling a d8 and a d4, right?
Nope.
So yeah, keep the one. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new shape.
New 4s.
Was it the same number then? Okay.
Twice. 15. Yeah.
Nice.
That's good.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna yell, "Hey, get in here!"
Hell yeah. And then as a bonus action, what do they see?
They see a weird automata construct thing just Doesn't really look human, doesn't quite look kobold.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
But human size, kind of.
Is he also kind of like mishmash stuff?
He has a little more care to him.
Okay.
It seems like the construction of him was a lot more
Okay.
thought after than anything else.
It's like robotic movement, or
Okay.
just a guy is coming.
Just
in.
looking.
robotic, yeah.
Okay.
Super robotic.
just stomping
This
in.
is just
what
a
is-
man.
What is Hank's movement speed?
I think it's
30 feet,
it's
probably?
30 or 40. I think it's actually higher than
I
one.
think it's higher.
If D&D Beyond could
Yeah, I thought it
just...
was
Just make me a stat block for it that's easy to
right.
get to.
We were just
40 feet,
talking
yeah.
about this.
40 feet,
Nice.
excellent. That gets him right about in front of you
Hell yeah.
with full movement.
Look at him.
Little short.
He's got little shorts. Oh yeah, so he's got little blue shorts, like
you-
shoulder pad and whatever, and also a yellow scarf.
Would you call them jorts?
I would call them jorts.
Okay.
Nice.
Or what was the other? The Janties? Is that what you're talking about?
Shanties.
There's so many moving parts. You can only cover so much without it
Yeah.
getting caught
Yeah.
in the
it's
the
Well,
machinery.
you don't want the motors
Yeah.
to overheat, so
Yeah.
you gotta give them some sexy jorts.
Yeah.
Just a tasteful jong hanging out over his
Hell yeah. Excellent. Wonderful. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
Business? All right, excellent. That is going to bring us to the purple worm,
Worm.
which is going to now whip around and make a bite attack at Silas.
No.
No?
I have no here.
That's a 24 to hit.
It does, doesn't
Could
it?
I
need you
cast
to make
Citadel?
Yeah.
Probably on everybody within 30 feet of me.
Okay. Do you also put it on these new additions to the fray?
Yeah, they're not hitting us yet, so
Excellent. Let's see. Who else is within 30 feet of you?
I think I'm just outside.
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get Hank, but not Howie.
I'm 40.
Yeah, Silas is
Shit.
40 feet out.
Well, that was a waste of a 5th level spell. It happens.
I mean, if you would rather not do that,
yeah,
Could I?
I'll allow a mulligan.
sorry.
Silas, I also need you to make a dexterity saving.
See, this is why when you guys are just like 30 feet's the easy. No, it's
Could
not.
I use my
What do you-
form of beast tail to react?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do this real quick because it might nullify what you're about to do. I can roll a d8 and apply that to my AC as the tail slashes out and blocks.
Okay. Yeah,
wow.
that could be helpful.
Roll good.
It's a 6. That would make it 29.
All right, then it doesn't hit.
Jesus.
How long does it? Is it just for like
It's
the?
for a reaction.
Okay, gotcha.
But
So
yeah, like-
as it reaches down to bite at you,
Just like a mount of mist just kind of like pours out
Yeah.
and blocks.
yeah, like almost just like blows like with such force that it cannot come down any further, and then enraged it's going to whip around at you with its stinger.
Stinger?
That's probably definitely going to hit.
Yeah, probably.
Natural 19
Yeah. Plus 10, I imagine.
plus 14.
Plus 14, I wish I didn't imagine.
Okay, it's these ones, you guys get out of here. 26 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this poison?
It is.
Silas is immune to poison.
Yeah, just a second.
That's true. That's true. You are immune to poison, aren't you?
Yep.
Dope. Well, you still take the piercing damage.
Yes,
but
which I.
yeah, no need to make the saving throw. As you feel poison course into your body, and you just refuse.
No thanks.
You know, when something stings you and you just go, no.
No, I'm a little bitch. So when things sting me, I make it everybody else's problem also.
I imagine Silas just flexes, and there's just like a gout, like a little gout of poison that's just like.
Just in his rage form.
And then at the
Absolutely not.
No, thank you.
at the
I
end
have enough.
of the purple worm's turn, Katya and Silas will both get an attack of opportunity as it shrinks down into the ground, leaving, this is a little small, but leaving a 10-foot hole.
I thought you had a big hole. I thought you had, remember the bullet holes that you had at one point?
Those are them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
Bullets are just littler guys than this bad boy.
Sorry,
You
I
think
called out
he's
your
just
holes.
standing around making holes all day?
I just thought he had a big hole.
That brings us to Silas.
Opportunity first?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you
opportunity
used
attacks.
your reaction.
I did.
Sorry.
You
No,
did.
no,
But
thank you.
Katya,
Thank you for
has one,
keeping me on.
oh, ooh, natural 18 is going to hit the worm for sure. Boop, boop, boop. 13 plus. Oh, sorry. I did one too many. I'm just going to roll those again. That's even higher, actually.
Nice.
16 plus 6. 22, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 22 points of force damage.
Are you good at math?
Yeah.
What? That's not part of
We
it.
needed at least
We were
one.
supposed to be all bad at
Get
math.
out of here.
Excellent. That ends the purple worm's turn and brings us to Silas.
It went down.
It went down in a hole.
How long
10-foot
does
hole.
guiding light last on? Is it still shiny?
We have already made several attacks against
Yeah, that
Okay.
should have been the next attack. I don't remember
Okay.
who it was.
I didn't know if it was still shiny.
it. It was Cholula, but she absolutely blasted it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if that was a crit?
Roll a d20. Let's see if it was a crit.
Okay.
How long does this do? Oh, it's a
The
concentration.
dog, no.
Well, not really.
It's
Though.
a dirty 20.
Well,
That's not bad. But it was a 26 that you rolled.
Yeah.
are there rumblings that are following it? Like I have actions and bonus actions, but none of them are like, you know where a big worm is. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know for certain that
sounds
if you
big
jump
worm.
down that hole, you'll probably find it.
Don't tempt me.
If you'd like to use your action to make a perception check, this would be one of those situations where you'd have to like really take your time and try and find it.
Yeah,
Or
this thing doesn't.
I'd say you could make a free action perception check at disadvantage if you're trying to figure out where it's going to come up again,
I'll do
or if
that
it's fleeing.
to start, and then I'll determine.
Okay.
Disadvantage, 22.
22, not bad. You feel it heading in the direction of. I'm actually gonna.
Oh, gonna give it a shot. Oh no.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna message through. I don't think that's working yet.
No, not yet. I don't think I have it on my end yet. You feel it heading directly away from you, kind of in the direction of Katya and Cholula.
I'm gonna gather up the mist into the blade of mist, and kind of like anime run in that direction if I could. Like just past Katya with like my back to her.
Hell
If I
yeah.
could.
Easy enough. You've got so much movement speed.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you want to like hold an action if it resurfaces to attack?
Yes. Yeah. If I could, if I'm close to where it resurfaces, I would like to slash out as soon as it does so.
Absolutely.
But I think I've made it canon that I don't speak in this form really.
Dope. Just laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hell yeah. That's
I'm
gonna bring
laughing.
us-
I'm doing well.
That's gonna bring us to Alma.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hold. I'm gonna hold another guiding bolt. I'm gonna make this one 6th level,
Okay.
and if it pops back up within 120 feet. Pew, pew.
Excellent. Keep track of that.
Yep.
That's gonna bring us back to the top of the round. Cholula.
Cholula.
Okay.
Bedspread.
Hot sauce bad spread.
Can I like feel it in the ground coming towards where my feetsies are or anything?
Little toots.
If you'd like, you can use your action to make a perception check, or you can make a perception. You can use your action to make a perception check, or you can use a free action to make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do the disadvantage.
Okay.
I'll say I'm running and looking down at the ground, like suddenly. Oh.
Well, I have.
Oh, right.
Thing. 23.
Right, because of reliable talent.
Right?
God, I didn't
Yeah,
do that.
you feel the rumbling getting louder and louder, and you can feel like the rocks beneath your feet shaking.
Okay, I'm gonna move 10 feet back towards that rock. Maybe I'll get up on the rock. I'll do a little cool flip up onto the rock.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Yeah. Get on the rock.
Get up on that rock.
Get on the rock.
Flip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
25.
She rolled a 4.
I'm gonna let you tell me exactly how it looks when you jump up onto this rock.
So you know how like if a cat's just like chilling and then anything moves or sound happens and they just like up in the air? Yeah. That, but into a flip and then on top of the rock. And I'm going to, I guess, hold my action to do a stab if it pops up within reach.
Okay, excellent. Noted. That's going to bring us to Katya, who is going to pull up alongside Silas. Actually, she's going to start heading up this way, just in case. And she's also going to hold an action to attack. That's going to bring us to Howie.
All right. Sure, why not? I'm gonna move a little bit closer to everyone else.
Oh.
Let's just say like 15 feet closer, maybe?
15 is to here.
Yeah, would that put everyone within 30 feet of me, those 3?
Not quite Cholula. She's
Okay,
still 10
kind
feet
of
out.
a little bit more then.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And then I'm just gonna cast Aid and give.
Ooh. Oh, dang.
Yeah, let's just do it at 3rd level, and I'll give everyone 10 extra. No, it's like maximum hit points.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So those are points that can be healed. Dope. Is that concentration, just so that I know?
One action. I don't think so.
There should be a little C in a square.
Up by the title. If it is.
I don't see it.
Nope.
Dope. That's
That just
sick.
happened.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you rush forward, you cast Aid.
And then bringing Hank over by me.
Yeah, for sure. Across the stones. Excellent. That brings us to the purple worm's turn. I'm going to bring out our friend here for myself so I can keep myself honest. I'm going to roll for Katya. I need Howie, Hank, Silas, Katya, and Cholula all
Jesus.
to just make a straight luck check.
Okay.
You don't want to roll the lowest.
I don't like it here.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
On the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fa-fa.
Hell yeah.
19. Just straight,
Nine.
nothing added.
9. Katya got a 2.
Bitch.
Fuck ass.
my sister.
She's already hurt.
And that works great for it because it
Don't
doesn't have to
kill
move it very
him.
far as it bursts up from the ground
Shit.
beneath her.
Oh shit.
It's going to go ahead.
Howie's in his mouth.
It's going to go ahead and make an attack against
The
her.
tiniest little person.
Yeah, that'll hit for sure.
When do we
Don't.
do our hits and
Oh, yeah.
stabs?
Those will trigger immediately, so go ahead and make your attacks. Those of you who held them.
I held it.
Cholula, what were you holding again?
A stab.
A stab? Okay, it is not within range of a stab from you,
Okay.
unfortunately. But it is within range of you, Howie. Oh, you didn't hold anything.
Can I stab with dancing sword?
It's also out of range. You'd have to use your bonus action to move it closer.
Okay, so I can't hold a bonus action to
Correct.
stab. Okay.
Am I in stabby?
Silas, you are, yes.
I'm going to go ahead and add in my favored by the gods to add 2d4 to this roll, because I need it.
23.
23 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
18.
18 exactly hits.
Yay! Yes, it's 18!
Ooh, well, 1.
Okay, so that was a 6th level. So I need 9.
Damage for Silas.
It's 11 points of psychic, and then there's +2 from the. Would that add into the psychic? Because I have +2 from the rage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's 13 points of psychic.
Oh.
10. And
Katya's held action hits as well.
it's 2, 4, 6, 9.
Wow. That's going to be 18 damage from Katya.
29 points of radiant damage.
29.
Yeah. Woof. And the next attack on him has advantage.
Nice.
He do be glowing.
All right.
Because, baby, he's a firework.
Now I'm going to go ahead and roll damage on Katya because it did hit. Uh, 24 damage to Katya.
Shit. Got you down.
No,
Did she make a dex save or anything?
she's about to. Okay.
I mean, like when it came up out of the ground.
No.
Okay.
It just came up underneath her, like a 10-foot area around her, and was like, and the teeth got her.
Okay.
And now she's going to make a dexterity saving throw, or something else is going to happen. She rolled a natural 4 for a total of 11, which fails. As the purple worm comes up out of the ground, closes its teeth around Katya, and she is swallowed.
I want that to not be the case.
Hey, what?
Have you considered?
Is bite, is that what happened when bite?
That's its first attack. With its second attack,
It digests.
Let
Like,
me
what,
make sure.
what is the next? It gullets?
yeah, some stuff happens. Yeah, cool. Doesn't take another attack action to swallow, so it's also going to. Cholula, how far away are you? You're pretty high up there. Yeah. Welcome to the show. It's gonna swing its stinger at Howie.
Let's go.
Or not.
17's not gonna hit, is it?
Oh, no.
Natural 3. It swings its stinger out, and Mrs. Howie kind of sticks into the ground. As it pulls away from the earth next to you, you see this like long line of viscous black fluid. Dope. That's the purple worm's turn. It used its movement to unearth itself, so it's not going to go back down this time. That is going to bring us to Silas.
Neat. I'm going to attack with the Blade of Mist again.
Go for it.
No, Howie's not within melee, is he?
Not quite.
I don't know.
Not quite.
Cool. I'm going to attack with the Blade of Mist.
Who attacked last?
21.
Is this the first attack?
You have advantage.
Do I?
Yes, because it's
Guiding
'cause of
bolt.
guiding bolt.
Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, I didn't use the advantage for Katya's reaction because it was all happening at once.
Do a nat 20 real quick, okay?
Well, you wouldn't have it on a reaction.
It was a held action.
But those would all happen at the same time,
Right. That's
is
why I
what
did
you
it.
said, but I wanted to talk.
We can't fit all of that on a shirt.
Natural 20!
baby!
Hell yeah.
You hear, if you were
Get 'em,
watching at home, they were arguing. I whispered, "Can you just roll a nat 20 real quick?"
Just make me feel good, please.
That one's for you. That one's for you, Safari Fred.
Specifically, I'm just going to start calling out viewers left and right now. Katya is swallowed. That's for you, Rostone.
right?
It's
That's
not as fun when I do it.
We can say the numbers out loud now, and Josh will do them for us.
no.
like this
I was
pressure.
just trying to make sure because I'm about to say 42
Ooh,
points
wow.
of psychic damage.
Nice.
Wow, we
Wow.
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
I do it again, and like Silas
really
is not
gets its
laughing.
feelings just like.
Hell yeah.
You kind of hear like the rushing of like you almost hear like a breeze from like the amount of mist that is just pouring off of Silas. Do not get advantage on this one. I'm feeling this one right now. Just do it again. That'd be wild, huh?
I think he's right in numbers.
It's a nat one.
No.
Cool. But for my bonus action, the sword
So
kind
your
of just
past numbers in there.
Yeah.
the sword kind
Run
of
out of
just
pages eventually.
disappears into my body, and I'm gonna go with flurry of blows if I could.
Yeah. Go for it. 2 more unarmed strikes.
Can I reach key points from everywhere? Why do I have one tab that can reach key points?
We do this a lot.
Yeah.
I know
Not
the feeling.
sponsored. Never will be.
I mean,
Can I roll all, just both of these?
Roll it out.
Yeah,
We've got
yeah,
great
I
ideas.
mean,
Go
call
one at a
us.
time.
we'll help.
One at a
We'll
time.
talk. I'm a QA tester currently.
Natural
Would love to
19.
work with you.
Natural 19 hits for
Whoa.
sure. I've written down a number. Go ahead and roll damage.
12.
It had 1 hit point.
Fun. Can I make that a stunning strike?
Yeah. Katya dies inside. Silas, what does it look like when you destroy the purple worm?
Yeah, I think like just like the slashing with the mist blade, then the mist blade disappears and he just continues. Like just mist is like diving into this thing and like pulling out chunks.
Hell yeah,
and trying
roll.
to like dig inside.
Yeah, roll a quick luck check for me. I'm going to say you want a 15 or higher.
You know what to do. 18.
Nice.
Oh my god. You punch into this purple worm and are just tearing pieces of it out. And as you do, you reach in with one final strike. All of you hear the purple worm cries out with this echoing sound that reverberates into the chamber around you. And Silas, you make purchase on a hand inside and you pull Katya out
Okay, I
from
was
the
gonna say,
side
who
of the
is it?
worm. And I'd like to bring our next guest.
Yeah, and as soon as I make contact with
You're
Katya,
here, but
like
you're also in the worm.
the mist, like I'm imagining it's just like the torso of Silas in mist form floating around Silas. And then as soon as I like make contact with Katya, like the mist dies away and I like pull Katya out.
You pull Katya free. She's covered in viscous, like green and purple goo. You don't feel, oddly, well, maybe oddly, maybe not. You don't feel any gears or mechanical bits as you pull Katya free and the creature falls and just kind of like does a wave down of just like, and the dust settles around it. And you find yourself standing in a quiet, dark cavern. And there's a new creature nearby.
2.
2 new creatures nearby, technically.
I mean, first probably to Katya.
Yeah.
Are you all right? Do you need a?
Katya is like, and like just like sends gushes of that purple fluid out of her nose, and is like, sorry, microphone. It's just like wiping it off of herself, and you can see where it was like starting to burn a little bit. She's like got irritated skin, but she manages to wipe it all off. Thank you, Silas.
Do you need one of these?
No, I think I'm all right.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Well, let me
Yeah,
know.
you're looking at Katya. She's like, yeah, she's got some cuts and bruises and scrapes, but she seems fine.
Okay. Earlier I thought you were like, she's looking kind of hurt now. I was like, fuck.
Wait, hang on. When did I
Yeah.
do this?
You have like a poison look about her.
No, I just added a 1 at some point for some reason. I mean, she still looks fine.
Okay. Cool.
Just to be meta for a second, she started at 130 and is now at 72.
Okay.
That's a lot,
Yeah, that's-
actually.
Yeah, that's
Dang.
quite a bit.
I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and give I'll do a second level prayer of healing as, like, I'll just approach and as everybody is kind of mingling and figuring out what just happened, spend that 10 minutes
Yeah.
casting prayer of healing.
As you
Thank
start,
you so much for coming out and helping us. Sorry if we're in, like, your home or something. We're
I
just,
moved back behind Hank a little bit.
Yes.
just looking for my brother.
Looking at Hank, do I put together that this is the Tinkerer that we had heard of?
you can make an insight check.
Okay.
Jeez,
Nice.
that one had stages. Sorry, everyone.
22.
13.
22 would be enough to infer. Yeah, probably.
18 points of healing to whoever needed it.
I'll do that.
How much? Sorry.
18.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I need to do that on the other one.
You aren't one of them, right?
One of.
The mechanisms?
The constructs.
The constructs?
No.
No.
We're trying to find somebody that knows something about him.
Are you Howard?
Howie, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Who? How? Did you hear me?
Yes.
Katya told us a bit of. Oh,
I heard about you from our mother, Alma Wilford.
Your mother?
Yeah, well, yes, our mother and this one's grandmother.
I have a grandmother, it would seem.
That's nice.
Right? It's new to me, too.
We're just fair.
But do you know her? Does the name Alma...
Yeah, I know Alma.
You know Alma?
She's the last person I talked to. It's been a while.
About how long?
I take out a rock and like press it and says 182 days. Oh, hold on.
Okay.
183 days.
Okay, that's a lot of time.
yeah.
Yes.
No,
Where?
Well,
Sorry.
no, we're just.
There's
I'm
so
trying to
many
find-
questions.
My brother is somewhere in the mines, and we came.
Wow, so much family.
I know.
yeah.
We came looking for him, and then we were going to try to find you somewhere because we need to break some other people out of the Delisnia estate. I don't know, maybe. If you want to come along with us.
We heard you might be good at that kind of thing.
Breaking into the estate?
Or, well, knowing about the things in the estate after the break-in part. We have Cholula. Cholula's pretty good at the break-in.
I've only seen really where I was. I was mostly just chained up in one room, but
But you do know something about the automatons?
a little bit.
Have you seen anyone else down here, or evidence of someone else?
Oh yeah, no, I saw someone. Hold on.
You saw a
Do you-
whole person?
Okay, yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Like here?
Did you expect half a person? Okay.
Maybe a mirage of a person. It's weird here. It's been very
Who's
upsetting.
closest to me?
At this
We're probably
point,
gathered.
yeah, at this point, let's roll for it. Whoever rolls the highest is closest to Howie.
Oh my god, I want to win.
I'm gonna roll for Katya. I got a 10.
I
19.
got that 20. I'm in your arms, baby. No, I'd say I'm like inspecting Hank, like, kind of like searching.
And it's interesting. Hank is certainly a marvel of creation and tinkering, but it is not on the same level as the things that you encountered in the forest. Those were like convincing, like they looked like those creatures, and it wasn't until they were dead and you were looking at their insides that you knew that they were fake. This one is very much more reads as an automaton from top to bottom. It's like,
As you're like looking at him in his face, I just like reach around and touch something on his belt, and he goes, Hank. Except his mouth doesn't move. It's just a sound that kind of comes from him.
I'm Silas. Nice to meet you. I like look at you.
Be polite. Shake hands.
Hank, Neil.
No need to kneel.
Hold on, just give me a second.
Okay.
he does so.
I scurry up his back, and I kind of like get up right near you, and it's like, hold on. I'm gonna kind of pull at your cheek
All right. Yes.
and kind of prod
I'm
and look in your
Silas.
eyes a little bit.
Make an insight check.
Okay.
I'm going to say with advantage because of your background.
What is this die? Another nat 20. That's three.
Safari friend,
That's three for me right now.
You're gonna have to
Hey,
keep
why did all
count.
mine roll so bad last week?
I don't know.
Did you marry Josh behind my back?
It's about the technique.
It's apparently not about marriage. He divorced Josh last week.
Do you want an actual number? I can give you.
No, that is more
Okay,
than enough. We're very much a nat 20s
I could-
auto succeed.
Awesome.
I can assure you, I'm flesh and mostly blood.
You know that usually where they slack off on the humanoids after some investigation is in the molars. They kind of just are one piece in the back sometimes.
Yeah, I definitely kind of.
All right. Wow, your claws taste like ash. I want you to know that.
All right. Okay.
Yes, we're all good. We're just down here looking for a family member of one of ours.
Wellington, I think once formerly large with wings. I don't know what he looks like now.
He's just a little guy now.
I saw.
Red hair, probably.
It's dark. I can't really see the colors, but yeah, I saw someone further down.
Can you take us there? Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
Cholula. Silas.
Hi.
Silas,
Alma Jr.
I'm Alma Jr. now.
just,
I
Okay.
wasn't previously
The second?
Alma.
And
Alma
Katya.
the second.
Sure, yeah. And this
How's
is,
that?
This is Katya.
It's new.
Okay.
I'm trying it out.
I'm Katya. It's lovely to meet
I said it.
Very lovely
Thank
to
you.
meet.
Yes,
Not
thank you.
leaving anybody out.
And that's Cholula's sword.
All these. so
Oh,
much
right.
family.
I'll call my sword back.
Back into its sheath.
We should name that.
We should. I'll think
Work
about
on
it.
it on the way.
Don't get too attached. Could you take us there?
Yeah, it's I saw him. I've been trying. I'm wary of people mostly, but yeah, he's just. I think further that way. It's been a couple of days. I haven't seen him in a minute, but
Okay. Yeah, we'll follow you.
Yeah. Do I notice any like dwarven bits of armor on you at all?
no.
Okay.
Oh, you did
It-
consider that.
Is a bunch of just scrap.
Okay.
Like nothing polished, nothing. Yeah.
I guess we could follow your lead then. Howie, you preferred, yes?
And Hank.
And Hank.
I know Hank. He could get out.
Hank.
Yeah, you could stand.
Pushes his own button.
I'm still on his shoulders. He stands back up, and I'm just like riding on his back.
Tall guy, yeah.
So, how did you end up down
Westward.
here?
Walking.
How long have
Oh.
you been here?
Yeah, as you're walking.
183 days.
How did you end up down here?
I was working in the Delisnian prison. I would do some minor enchantments, do a couple things that need repairs. Every now and then there'd be some clockwork machinery, but it wasn't like a whole construct. It would be like repairing an arm, or what I assume was an arm. I don't know.
Were you in contact with Kesso by
There was a big explosion.
Oh.
At the mansion?
Or,
The estate?
yeah. Right? I was at the estate. Yeah. Okay.
And so you
I
took the
do-
opportunity?
I took the opportunity.
Did anyone else?
No.
Okay. I know that I have a couple of the siblings that I've heard of there. But I think
There was
they-
only one other person there, and we don't have to get into it. It's fine. No,
All right.
just me.
Okay. Right.
Just up here then, you said.
What?
A left here or a right?
Left.
Right. Left.
Yeah. You all continue following Howie and Hank for about another maybe 15 minutes. You weren't far off track of the area that you were aiming for. But you do eventually come to an area deeper within the mines where there's a boarded off passage with a little spot of glowing yellowish mushrooms right outside.
He did mention glowing mushrooms.
And then he said 200 feet, and then they would be boards.
Oh, your brother said that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we were able to send to him. Yeah, let's see what state he's in as far as getting him out of there.
Cholula, it might be best if you head up. That way he's not alarmed by
Yeah. I mean, he knows us to some
some.
extent.
Should we make our presence known, or should we be more quiet about it?
I'll let him
What-
know.
What else is down here that you're aware of? You seemed
Oh, are there more
kind
of
of
those
skittish.
worms?
Have I seen much?
You've seen a couple of things. There are a couple of dwarves and humans that work the mines and usually keep a wide berth from them. And other than that, there are these strange creatures that you don't encounter a lot, but they're these like large, almost ox-sized naked mole rats that often have two heads that you can find burrowing through the more abandoned mine shafts or areas. They seem to feed on Kesso, strangely enough.
Oh, weird.
So that's kind of the reason that you've run into them is whenever you find a nice bit of ore, one of them will occasionally be like munching on it.
Okay.
They don't usually like overindulge themselves, so you usually just kind of like hang back and wait for them to finish and wander off, and then you collect what's left.
So I actually have some queso on me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you would have. We'll do just in terms of uses for a unit. We'll say you have 3 on you
Okay.
currently. All right. Heading deeper into the mines, after hearing that you kind of want to stay quiet as to not alert others, but also let Wellington know, Katya quietly pries the boards, rippling forearms as she does. Seems to run in the family.
Glistening.
Why are mine so small and pitiful?
We tried to train you, but
It takes a lot of years, as she's like pulling a board, it takes a lot of years of swinging a pickaxe to get these guns.
yeah. And don't. I tried training you, and you were the biggest wuss about it.
It was hard.
Is it a
I didn't like it.
is it a 50-foot drop like you said? Is there a ladder again?
There's not a ladder here, no.
You would think.
How with the ring of feather fall? How fast do you fall?
60 feet per round. It's enough that you don't take any damage when you land.
Okay. Then I'm gonna like lean into the hole and go, Wellington?
Wellington.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
A natural 17. I could never read these.
26.
26, nice. There's a pause. Cholula,
Yes. Do you need a rope to climb? Or should we come down there?
it seems safe down here for the moment.
Well, there's like a house. If you want to go be in a house.
Outside of the mines.
Yes.
All right. I suppose I'll come up to you then.
Okay, I'm gonna use a python and take that rope with the sections tied into it and slam that into the ground and toss it down for him.
Nice.
I'll war pick it if I could help with the python.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no rolls required. You get a rope set.
We've done some rope stuff, okay,
Yeah.
in our in our time.
And with your dark vision, it's hard to see.
Hello.
With your dark vision, it's, again, hard to make out any color or anything of that nature, but you do see the top of the head of a mess of curly hair that's a little bit starting to mat in some places. Begins coming up hand over hand. Definitely not the huge, imposing figure of the collar that you had run into last time. There are no wings protruding from the back. There are no giant muscles filling up this space. Just what appears to be a shifter climbing up the rope. As he gets closer, though, you do notice 2 little horns peering out from just behind his hairline.
Oh,
And eventually, Wellington pulls himself up. Oh, I see you brought quite a group with you.
yeah, sort of. There's family
Hello.
everywhere, apparently.
Everyone, you may not recognize me, but I presume you know I am Wellington.
I presume you're hungry. Do you need anything to eat?
I found a dead rat not too long ago.
That's
and
gross.
munching on it.
Wellington.
It was rough.
As he's talking, I'm just gonna press to digitate all the dirt out of his hair, and it just kind of flies and hits the wall.
Yes. Ow. Okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yep.
No, this is better. And now, like he's got like not perfect curls, but just like very like basically kitty's hair. Like it's
Perfect curls.
perfect curls. Yeah.
This is what perfect curls are.
Basically.
But yeah, his is kind of like angles down towards his shoulders and is more out than down.
Nice.
We should get topside. We made quite a ruckus back there.
Right.
There was a worm.
Yes, I've heard some rumblings. No, I've tried to just not move when I
It
heard them.
swallowed her. Oh, this is Katya, by the way. It's Silas's sister.
Hello, it's lovely to meet you. Have you got another one of those on for?
He presses to digitate all of the goo and slime.
It just hits the wall in a Katya shape.
Excellent.
And this is Howie and Hank. We found them near the worm.
They kind of found us, sort of.
We found each other
Well,
near the worm.
You see Wellington look
Meet us
a
at the
little,
worm.
a little suspiciously.
That one's got gears on it.
oh no, that's I believe how he's doing, not of demonic possession. That's all I've gathered.
Demonic possession.
I don't
Is that
know.
how you think automatons are made?
I don't think about them until I realize that they're automatons, and then I think, yeah, probably
I
demonic
assume
possession.
Technology.
you put a ghost in it and it goes. It's my presumption.
Gooey ghosts.
Oil.
Sure, if you want to put terms on
Lubricating ghosts.
it. Lubricating ghosts.
It's Kesso.
Well, I imagine Kesso was involved, yes.
Yeah.
There's not any in these mines, is there?
Oh, yeah.
Could we go topside, maybe?
Sure.
So Silas, I guess, is from here, and his sister Katya still lives here. There's a house, so I think we could go be there and be safe.
Right.
We presume.
Right. Well, I don't imagine anyone topside would be looking for me in the state I am now. I still had wings when I fled from the Delisnia estate. Made a bit of a ruckus there as well.
Were you there when they
They're
exploded?
probably still looking for me topside.
Right. Do you have any way of disguising yourself?
Pulls his scarf up over his,
Like
over
around your
his
snout?
Does anyone have very long?
Do you have any
Yeah, I
successful
have
ways of
some common clothes. Can I just like let him borrow?
If you
like
stay
a
on the
video?
shoulder.
Yeah. We'll say you could, Howie, make a little tinker check
For what?
to turn a regular person-sized cloak into a you-sized cloak. It's not a super high DC.
What do I add to it?
Tinker is going to be intelligence,
Intelligence? Okay, 19.
probably proficiency as well, because you're
A tinkerer?
What's proficiency right now?
5.
plus 5, I
Five.
believe.
Okay.
24?
24.
24 is, yeah. You craft yourself an excellent little disguise, pull the hood over, and you actually keep it a little bit longer if you wanted to be up on Hank's shoulders.
Yeah, let's do it.
And do the two kobolds in a trench coat.
Yeah, so you can tell I've tried to make Hank basically look like a kobold, but like
Yeah.
person
little
sized.
taller.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like normal person sized.
That
Wellington,
passes.
you might also, if you have a hood, you might want to use it just because I don't think there's a lot of our hair in a place like this, and I might have done some
Adventurers
things.
are not. They're few and far between, but not common.
You're-
Certain.
You said you caused a bit of a ruckus at the estate.
Yes, when Pippin and I. We can talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
as we go.
All right. Let's have everybody make some stealth checks. Getting out of the mine is easy enough. You didn't encounter. You used all kind of like old, forgotten shafts on your way here.
Oh, sad.
Sad shafts.
Shut your mouth.
So yeah, getting out of the mine is no issue.
Are we all intentionally trying to be sneaky? Do I gather that from everyone?
This is less like I would allow you to use charisma if anybody wanted to, because this is less of a hiding in the shadows
Disappearing
and
and
more of
more of
a
a-
blending in.
Okay.
So would I still have my disadvantage or no?
From your armor?
Yeah.
I'm going to say yes, because it's harder to blend in when you're clanking. like pots and
Restore
pans.
What if I
balance.
do it?
Hell yeah.
Con-
So no, you do not have disadvantage, thanks to Chalupa.
Oh, what should I do now? I have already done it.
Just roll another one.
Okay, I shall erase these from my mind. I never saw them.
Never happened.
I do 2 separate rolls, one for Hank, one for.
Yes, please.
Okay.
That 20, baby!
Nice.
24.
24.
Oh shit.
Bringing us to a 35.
Wellington, Katya.
Right, Wellington.
So should I do Dex or Charisma?
That's up to you.
I mean,
Probably-
Charisma's gonna be worse, but I kind of want to do it.
Is it charisma persuasion?
Chaos.
Or just
It's charisma and stealth. So if you're proficient in stealth, you can add your proficiency bonus and your charisma.
Oh, I see. I'm not proficient in stuff.
Cool. I'd say choose whatever your heart desires.
Anyway.
21, not bad. Wellington got an 18. And Katya is going to roll with advantage because she lives here currently.
All her friends are here.
Excellent. 19 for Katya.
22 for me and 25 for Hank.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You all blend in seamlessly as you're rejoining the Ruby Road, headed back towards Sturban. You kind of fall in, not with, but several feet behind a group of miners who just got off of the night shift, and kind of mimic their walks a bit, making yourselves look tired and
Now, like
worn.
full Harper, like pull a pickaxe out and put it over my shoulder and like fall in.
Yeah, you all do so, and make your way quietly back to the old Wilford house. There. Here we are. You return once again to the old Wilford house, leaning back away from the road, as if trying to escape Sturban itself, covered in wilted plants and crawling vines that have long since died but still linger in the area. And you step inside to the slightly less dusty interior and find yourselves in the little kind of like kitchen living area in the front room.
Nice. Okay, Wellington, I got some questions. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'll make tea. Just leave.
First of all, why were you so insistent on us not coming here to help?
I lean back in.
I didn't know about the mists until I started working more closely with Yumelos, the Night Hag.
Is that the real name? We were having
The what?
trouble because people got different.
It's the name that I was given. It's a bit of a long story. My family was being destroyed, so I made a deal with a Night Hag to save them, and in their suffering, in doing so, I was transformed into a monster and put into a life of servitude. Luckily, my sister and her friends came to the rescue and destroyed said creature. Unfortunately, the effects of the hag's magic started waning while I was at the Delisnia estate. I became significantly less useful while I was there. I didn't know about the mists. I didn't know anything about them until I started working with Yumelos. But she knew of ways to traverse them. There are tokens that you can bring with you to get into a place. But she was always very vague about it, but there are some other factors at play.
What do these tokens look like? I'm coming back. There's not enough cups. Put down the tray.
There are all kinds. When I was looking for places to potentially hide away my siblings,
Are they of the locations you're trying to reach, or are they tokens?
that of the tokens of the location that you're trying to reach, things from those places.
So it could be anything.
I was given a Venetian mask to find a place called Port Alucine. Dreadful place. I didn't leave anyone there. It
What's
was
suggested?
all painted mold, decrepit buildings dressed up to look like they weren't. So a lot of people pretending to be happier than they were, felt
bad. None of them are great, I'll say that now. But something that I had to look out for is that apparently there's someone in charge of each of these places. They are their own demi-planes, is how it was described to me. Once you enter, there's someone that is in charge, and if they take notice of you, if they take a liking to you, they can choose to close the borders, keep you from leaving, lock you in, essentially. I was hoping to avoid that. I don't know who is in charge. Well, I didn't know who was in charge of Borka in particular until I found out that Cherry had arrived. I didn't bring Cherry here. She wound up here of her own volition somehow. I still don't exactly know. I'd left her in Zauberwald with Franklin, but as I said before, when the hag died...
And where?
Zauberwald. It's in southern Grimdal.
Can you spell it for me?
Zauberwald. Zauberwald.
Like sauerkraut.
Sure.
Feels like it to me.
When the hag died, the deal was off, and the family wasn't protected anymore. The Mists took an interest and came for them and separated them. Franklin, thankfully, is still at Zauberwald.
We ran into Mayo.
Really?
Yes, he's
I
like
looked for him in Strandwick, but I couldn't find a trace.
he's the leader of some sort of troop of bandits or whatever, trying to like feed children and stuff. You know.
Spiralwood, I believe.
Wonderful. But he's doing well.
Well, yeah, he's fine.
He's aware
We
of
gave
all
him
of
our
you.
carriage because things happen to horses.
All the time, yes. Really?
I was a horse.
Really?
Yeah, he was a horse for just a little bit.
That sounds troubling.
Business horse.
Did it feel as bad as it looks?
The clothes were tight. The clothes were tight. Tea. Anyone?
Thank you, sir.
There's only 4 cups.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can you just pour it from the kettle into my head? Is that?
I'll be mother.
Franklin is still in Zauberwald, but Cherry was brought here by Ivan de Lisnia. I plan to bring Pippin and negotiate with that monster, perhaps even trade myself to get her out. But he double-crossed us in our meetings, and when I went to use force, my abilities began to wane. Luckily, for me at least, Pippin was quick-thinking. There was a shipment of Kesso being delivered at the time of our meeting, and with a well-placed strike, he set it alight. There was a large explosion. I presume, since we're all still here, that Ivan survived.
What does that mean?
I tried to bring Pippin with me, but he was trapped on the other side of the rubble. I couldn't get to him. They were encroaching on us. I had to flee.
What do you mean, since we're all still here, Ivan survived?
It's my understanding that
Ivan oversees the mists.
Ivan oversees the Mists, yes. And it would seem he's taken a particular interest in our family.
Do you have any clue why?
Do you know how he found out about Cherry in the first place? If she was living...
I'll be honest, I don't know how any of it works. I don't know how they see outside of these places. It doesn't seem that they themselves can leave them. They have to bring others to them.
Okay.
What ties do you have to the Delisnias?
Well,
You've had a sordid history with another family here, yes?
yes, they may have
In
been
that you killed
cousins
them.
or something, but not like in a friendly way.
Right, but you did cause quite a bit of a vacuum the last time you were here, yes? Am I allowed to say vacuum? It feels a bit... Do you know what a vacuum is? I keep saying it. You seem to be smart in the way of devices.
Like a power vacuum, yes.
Yes, an absence of power that needs to be filled.
Who's like it was a word before it was a thing.
I didn't, I'm not sure. It feels weird.
Mother always spoke about it as whenever there's a particularly powerful magical spell cast, something of
Vacuous.
Something of immense power. It can
Right.
sometimes, the way that she explained it to me was, when lightning strikes, it disintegrates the air, and the reason that we have thunder is because the air fills that vacuum and it claps against itself. And
The ass
that's
cheeks
sound
of the
that we-
storm.
The ass cheeks of the storm.
ass
You have the
cheeks
eye
of
of
the
the
storm.
The ass
storm.
cheeks of the
You have
storm.
the ass cheeks of the storm. That's where it's most powerful.
Right.
So this
Cholula,
I
Delisnia
thought
person.
that I wrote it down, but I didn't, I guess. But the family that I worked for,
the Munderovers.
and then the person who makes the poison is the cousin of Ivan Delisnia, correct?
Yes.
And her name is Isabella?
Her name is Ivana.
Fuck.
You were
Ivana.
so close.
You're there.
And
You're
Ivana.
there.
Ivan Delisnia and Ivana Boritsi.
Ivana?
Boritsi.
What
They're not
is
friends.
this place Italian?
Right?
They are not friends.
That's
no.
right. I remember they were not fans of each other.
So I guess I did. I mean, she's sort of unintentional. Well, maybe intentionally. She sort of helped me as far as the poison. I think she felt she had something to gain by this family being gone. And I know that her and Ivan are cousins, but not friendly. So maybe because I did something that she liked, then he doesn't like me. But I don't know if they know that I did it.
You're
And
speaking,
that's-
Sounds
told
like he
it.
does.
you're speaking rather vague. Howie is new here. Could you maybe catch Howie up on just maybe the evening that you're talking about?
You'll notice that Howie is not paying attention at all anymore. He has the cup of tea and is just sitting there, like, smelling it.
Well, okay. So
Then just like,
the short end of it, Howie, is that I used to be here against my will, and I worked for a family, and they were terrible to everyone else that worked for them. And so I used poison to get rid of them and then leave.
smart.
How
Right?
did you leave? I was never fully aware of how you returned to Waterdeep.
Well, I
Brought you there.
expected that I would be killed, right? So I gave the Munderovers money to the other servants, and I just was walking out into the street waiting for them to catch up with me. And then there was a carnival in town, and so that's when I first ran into Silas. He was very confused, but I gave him a coin. And I ran into this Eladrin woman who was the head of this carnival, and she invited me to join them on their trek out of town, that she would have me away.
Isolde.
Yes, is old.
I see.
You know her?
We've established that she wasn't young.
There are a number of individuals who, again, the mists are very mysterious to me. I don't know their precise inner workings, but I do know that there are individuals who can traverse them of their own accord.
So,
I'm one of those people. I'm not fully. I'm learning from you now, but I can see different paths I can take through the mists.
You're a mistwalker.
Well, I mean, it's
We are
kind of a
Mist
brand
Walker.
thing that we're working on. But yes,
it's our team name, kind of.
yeah, we haven't made
Like an
jackets or
adventuring
anything.
party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we've told you of this.
Yes, there's all the rage in Vasca. There's a guild of them now.
I've never been to Boston.
So you.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. It's a lovely place. Sometimes. War-torn for a
All
bit
the
there.
rage. You know, people would ask us what our names were. It took us a while to. Right, you were saying something.
Have you always been here in Borca?
No. I was part of one of those adventuring parties you were just talking about previously, and it didn't go well. So, got captured.
Captured by whom? If you don't have to go into it if you don't want to.
They brought you here?
They brought me here.
Okay.
It's been a long time. How long has it been?
At least 183 days.
Way longer than that.
It's been about
I was
5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's bad.
The Katya
This
and I-
tea's the best smelling thing I've had in a long time.
Thank you. That really means a lot. I haven't made tea in a while, especially
What kind of tea?
in the likes of here. Katya, what kind of tea is it? I was just kind of going by the leaves.
I don't know exactly. I know it's a black tea.
Oh, it smells like it's got bergamot in it. It's probably a lady grey, I would imagine.
I thought you were just a lady. It's probably a lady.
It's a lady.
Lady tea.
It was a lady.
Oh, that tracks here, actually.
Katya and I grew up here. I can only imagine what it was like being here for that long.
Was it always like this?
Yes.
So, if I'm understanding this
Yeah.
fully,
Still sucks.
you were brought here.
Mm-hmm.
Cholula and your family, you were brought here by an outside force. Well, you
I brought her.
right.
It wasn't because he wanted to, I
But
don't think.
who?
So-
I wasn't
the
Waterdeep.
hack told
You were
you to
imprisoned by
do
who?
it.
No, actually.
No?
I learned of
Or
the
under-
lists through the hand.
Unclear. I was at Priscilla and Leroy's.
The
In
Enders.
and-
They owed a debt to Ymilos as well. You
Oh,
were part of their payment. I didn't want to bring you here,
Okay.
but they were no longer a safe place for you to stay. It was too close to Ymilos for my liking. I had heard about the mists through other workings and other machinations that Ymilos had put in place, but she didn't know that I brought you here. It was, in my mind, the furthest reach from her that I
It
could
was
get.
purely accidental.
Correct.
Bygones, right?
But Cherry,
Yeah, I mean, it was
on
what-
the other hand, was brought here intentionally by somebody.
It seems that way, yes.
Okay.
There's something else you should know.
Uh-oh.
I hate when people say that.
I'm scared.
When I say we were double-crossed, it wasn't just Ivan. The issue with Cherry is not that she needs to be rescued. It's that she doesn't want to leave.
What?
She's always been a very rambunctious young lady, and always butted heads a bit with Franklin. She thrives in chaos, seeks out danger, and there's a place on the estate, the Delisny estate. I hate the name. It's referred to as the Chuckle House. It's a sort of, on the outside it looks like a bit of a fun house, very childish. Ivan's tastes are odd. Inside are all manner of horrors. Based on the conversations you've been having, and your friend here who was on the Delisny estate, I presume you're aware of the constructs.
We ran into some in the woods, yes.
We weren't aware that that's what they were at first.
Most people are not.
I
They
got my
can be.
brain turned into some sort of smoothie situation.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
They can be very convincing. And he likes to put his favorites in the Chuckle House. And when someone bores him or interests him, upsets him, really if he's having any kind of day, he puts them in the Chuckle House and sees how long they last. I don't know the full story, but apparently Cherry did very well and enjoyed herself even. And Ivan took more of a liking to her. And she seems to get along swell with him as well.
Oh, it's a love story.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd say that. I don't know if Ivan has a capacity for love. He's more of a child than anything.
But we can presume they might be kissing.
I try not to think about it.
Yeah, neat. Howie, we sought you out because you have maybe a know-how into these machinations, machines, if you will.
Somewhat. I've worked on parts of them, but I also spent 6 months with one and didn't even realize.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh?
interesting.
As I said, that
he-
can be very convincing.
They, what's the tell?
Molars.
Okay. Is there any
You have them?
I do. Couple fillings.
So that's the
It's the
tell is
easiest
that
way.
if you
I mean,
have
if you hear a whir or some gears or
Right. It
You know,
depends on the
there's-
creatures as well. Oftentimes they'll not bleed the right way.
it won't bleed right.
Yes, some of the more complex ones put off, when you wound them, they put off this strange sort of, for lack of a better term, mist
The ones that we fought had this, and I'll pull out the vial that I took of the black, like, ooze that came out of it. I don't...
You see a little vial of motor oil?
Yeah.
Or essentially motor oil.
When we fought
Essential
things
oils.
similar, it was, you know,
They're pretty
it was
essential.
purple. Purple blood.
Purple blood.
Purple blood.
My concern is that they are powered by, I'd imagine, Kesso.
Right, so does that mean if you hit them in the right spot, they explode?
Precisely.
Howie, I would say you'd be aware that there's a lot of casing put in place, and there are treatment processes that make Kesso more stable. It's in its most volatile state is when it is pulled out of the ground and transferred, but as it is refined, it becomes more stable and more powerful.
Mind link, dude. It's like, we have not discussed this. That's the exact scenario.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
so-
Is it like a core, like a round core that they make out of it?
So rad.
It depends. Sometimes it's small crystals. Sometimes most things are powered by a core. It takes a lot of pieces for the different things. Like the beholder that you guys fought in the woods, you found some like thin crystals that you collected actually from one of the eye stalks.
I think both of us collected some of those.
My understanding is
So-
that in its ore state, it can be fractured, but when it's refined, it's a bit more stable in that it can take more shock absorption.
Yeah.
But
I want to explode them.
Okay.
But it can still be destroyed and it is still quite explosive.
So
I pull out some, you make it explode.
kind of like wipe the sweat from my hands.
So
Yeah, Wellington like visibly leans back when it comes out.
if Pippin
Sorry.
was caught, he would be considered a prisoner at this time. He's not known as a friend.
Oh, he
to these
loves.
people.
Ivan loves prisoners. Any way he can mess with someone, he'll do it. Like,
So
It's safe
could
to
we
say.
assume that he'd be in the Chuckle House?
Yes.
I would assume.
So I guess, do y'all want to do something where we like go in and try to defeat the Chuckle House and grab Pippin and try to, you know, just break everyone out? Or should we do a thing where we go in and just try to see if we can kill Ivan and get rid of the whole mist situation?
They seem to be autonomous, right? Do they need Ivan for instructions? Do you know? If
They no, they seem autonomous, but like they will follow his instructions.
But if, we eliminate Ivan and his instructions were kill everyone at all costs, and Ivan goes, they continue.
Do they keep
Yeah.
doing it?
Right?
You're not
I
sure.
assume.
You're not sure about that particular scenario, based off of what Wellington has just said, which was news to you about the whole the reason that you can't leave is because Ivan says you can't leave.
Yeah.
You're not sure if he's some sort of linchpin in the gears.
I'll put it like this. I was
Train thing.
I was locked away for 6 months with someone else named Perry. Me and him worked together. We'd repair the automatons. We'd do all the work, the enchantments, all those things. And we'd plan. Every night we'd plan on how to get out of there. And when we finally did, and we made our break, they were waiting for us. And it turned out that Perry was just another automaton.
Oh.
And they shut him down in front of me and told me there's no hope of ever getting out. And that's how he likes to deal with anybody. He'll play with you, he'll
That's
make whatever
terrible.
sick entertainment that he can and eliminate any hope.
So it's settled. We destroy all of it.
Right.
Take out Ivan and
I-
see what's left after.
We should consider, though, that if Cherry seems to be thriving in this situation, she might try to get in the way.
Who is Cherry?
Another sibling of mine.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
You know?
Another duvet.
Yes.
Duvet.
Quite a family.
So
So
we could run into trouble there.
Right.
I would.
where
leave that-
was I imprisoned? Was that actually part of the mansion?
Yes, I would say, Howie, that you are vaguely aware of the kind of layout
Okay.
of the situation. The mansion itself is backed up to a cliff.
Okay.
It's not atop a cliff; it is back to the cliff.
nestled?
The Chuckle House is a separate structure kind of on the opposite side of the house. It looks like another manor house in itself, but when you get, or it's like more whimsical, and it looks like a fun house basically, like a big, like Victorian style fun house situation. And you worked on the other side of the mansion from the Chuckle House, which is the workshops, which was basically just like these rows of like rectangular buildings coming out from the cliff face itself as well. And you only ever went inside of one of those buildings, but you know that that's kind of like where the things are crafted and created.
We're more of a group of arguing and strategizing. Could you maybe draft a layout of these buildings for us? Yes? That would, I think, help with a bit of planning. I will leave the cherry dilemma to the duvets that are here. Yeah.
I'll help y'all, but where's Alma? Did she make it out when?
The last correspondence we had was between Katya and Alma.
We believe that she's still there.
Okay.
Have I ever met this person?
I think when you were very young. Yeah, I think it was our anniversary. We don't have to go into
Alma?
it. Alma meeting Alma.
They've never met.
Not
We've
once.
never met. Too bad.
Alma never made it out of Borca.
Oh, because we went to Port Alicey.
The last time you saw
Port
Alma,
Alicey.
you were 12.
Port Alicey, yeah. Not on this plane, no. She was always here. And not in Alicey neither.
I can't make contact if I haven't met the
Demotely,
person.
whatever it was.
I could scry. This is Katya.
Oh.
Kenny, I know our voices are similar. I'll go a little higher for Katya.
Nope. It's fine, we've got
Sometimes this happens.
got those minus lungs, of course.
I can attempt to scry on Mother. I'm very familiar with her, so it should be a good chance of working.
Would she be in the workhouses or would she be in the estate?
Please don't say Chuckle House.
I only saw her in the workhouses, but
She was.
I don't know where she.
She was delivering food, to my knowledge,
To workers?
to workers. Yes. I will say the reason that I haven't contacted her, Ivan Delisnia is a very reclusive figure. There are rumors that he's never left his estate. I don't know what sort of abilities he might have, but if he's just a figurehead, if he's paying people to create these things or enslaving people to create these things, then perhaps he's just a commoner who's gotten a little big for his britches. But if in fact he is perhaps more dangerous, if he has some way of seeing things that are typically unseen, there's a chance that if he's nearby, he could detect my scrying sensor and be aware that someone is looking in.
Right.
Let's maybe strategize a bit further before that alarm is set, right?
Right.
We should have the jump and not him, because he could send these automatons this way currently.
Right. So we can assume that Alma is still there. Alma the First. This
Big
Alma
Alma.
is here.
I think GG is what we decided on.
It's
correct?
GG sounds good to me.
GG's good.
But really, it's up to Alma.
Yes, it is.
I think normally you pick that when you're learning to talk.
Right, if
Pretend
you'd like
you're
to
a
choose
baby.
something that's a little more age appropriate, that's fine as well.
Alma feels good. Alma feels good.
Right then.
That's Silas, she's Alma. Genevieve is Genevieve.
And you're
And I'm also Alma.
also Alma. All right, so
And
we'll just
I'm
not avoid
also
any
Alma.
confusion.
Just a bit of context clues, really.
Perfect.
Alma's old, wrinkly skin.
I mean,
I'll
I just said
refer-
Alma. Y'all knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, I was
There was a
little
moment.
I'll refer to her as Mother, as she is my mother.
Same.
Dog,
You're not. Yeah.
go lay down.
I mean, Mrs.
Grandmother?
Wilford.
Grandmother feels good. A little grandmother.
More tea for anyone? Anyone who didn't have a
No,
cup?
I'm good.
Because
I'll get palpitations.
there's four cups. Right. There's food as well if you're a hungry
I would love
person.
some food.
Yeah,
Do you know-
Shaluda
Sure,
always has
yeah.
a bit of
I'll-
salted meat
I'll
on
cook
it.
some food.
Do you know if
Hell yeah.
you'd be able to get a lot of people out of here if we were to try and go back out?
We did the rope thing.
Based on the rope thing, am I in control of getting people out of the mist as I'm understanding the tokens and who's in control?
Make an insight check.
Oh,
I'm gonna say this is a DC 20.
yikes.
I'm only suggesting
This is
that.
basically to decide if you garner the information of that last sentence that we talked about last time.
Yeah. Right.
If no matter what we do here, the most likely scenario following is that we're going to have to run very fast back out.
It won't be long to find the mist.
If it comes down to it, we may have to knock Cherry unconscious and bring her with us.
23.
I think so.
I think we can make her understand in the long run. I don't know if it's the strange feel of this place encroaching on her that has shifted her mind, or if perhaps Delisnia has charmed her in some way, or
I mean,
if she's just
Katya
lost a
said,
screw somewhere.
Katya said they met and that Cherry was, a light in a dark place and wonderful to be around. And so it
Yes,
doesn't,
it's true.
know.
Cherry was delightful. She didn't strike me as any sort of wild child.
Could she be under spell of some kind, or?
But if she's fallen for this Ivan and then we kill him, she's probably going to be mad.
You see, at the mention of this, where most of you are feeling like a little more hopeful about it, Wellington his countenance drops a bit and darkens before he lifts himself back up. Let's hope that that's the case. Worst case scenario, the Cherry that I met was not our Cherry. There could be others.
So we could be dealing with any manner of magic or effects
Or constructs.
or constructs. And we'll need to be extra careful probably about what we hit.
Right. Well, if you see something that looks like a duvet, try not to be lethal with your damage.
Take an extra second.
Yes. Unless it's a rug of some kind that's attacking you.
Oh, if it's a little blanky,
Correct. 27, you said?
23.
23?
aim to kill.
I'll go over to a window as I look inward
Yeah.
to see.
Silas, you do something that you don't do very frequently as a monk, or that you haven't done very frequently as a monk since your shadow left you. But you stand by the window and you close your eyes and you kind of meditate for a moment and look inward. And I need to look up the exact wording of your
I've got it right here.
Oh, perfect. If you want, you can read it aloud, or if you'd like to interpret it in the way that Silas would for us, then I leave it up to you.
Silas closes his eyes and then he says in his own voice to himself.
He's just mumbling in a corner. None of us can hear him.
When you enter the mists intent on reaching a specific domain, you are treated as if you possess a mist talisman keyed on that domain. To use this trait, you must know the name of the domain that you have chosen as your destination, but you don't need to have previously visited that land. This trait does not allow you to bypass the domain borders closed by a Dark Lord's will. And then I just open my eyes. Ivan.
Okay, so
Yeah, I like to imagine that all of that happens in Silas's head, and then he just opens his eyes and says, Ivan. What was that?
If we rid this place of Ivan, I can get us through the mists.
that's
I'd say
Great.
we do that.
so step one, Ivan.
Right. We
Sure.
just have to get in there and find him and not have anyone else kill us on our way.
Step two, bolt.
Easy.
Step one, Ivan. Step two, bolt.
Right. Are there any tunnels underneath the place? Is it hard to get
There's
Into?
mines. But... Oh, underneath. No, I don't know.
Could you make this draft of the buildings that you're aware of to the best of your
Cool.
ability? That is.
You can add dexterity to this if it's better for you.
It is. 16.
16, nice. Yeah, I don't have a map of this area on me yet. Actually, no, fuck it, I do.
Hell yeah.
You lied. For like a whole second, you lied. Sorry, that meditation really took it out of me. I've got to piss. Is there a bathroom here, Katya? I didn't really ask before.
There's a privy out back.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That's still here?
It's the only one we've got.
I'm gonna go behind it like I used to.
Just clean up after yourself.
I don't want to talk about it. Sorry, wrong way.
I only half-lied. I don't have a specifically Delisnia estate map as of yet,
Ooh.
but I do have a map of Borka.
Are you sending it to Maps and Places?
I'm sending it to Maps and Places.
You can join our Discord in the About section
You can.
here on Twitch.
Full disclosure, I did not create this map.
This is the map that was put in a book.
But you did
Tis.
find it.
This is a book map.
But I did find it. Where are you? Maps and Places, here we are.
Book map.
Oh.
Boom. Pardon the messy screenshot of photo of a of a screen. So you guys currently
Wow.
are in Sturban, which is marked by that little city that is directly down from the O in Borka, the northernmost.
Did you change a letter here?
Yeah.
Got it. The top.
Our Borka is spelled with a K, so it's distinctive.
So that very like center.
Yes.
By the water.
So,
Yeah.
following the road along that stream, you see that there are two more settlements. How you do not know the names of these settlements. However, continuing along, there's one more small settlement, and then the Delisnia estate there on the far right side of the map in the west.
Okay.
So you're here. Delisnia estate is all the way over here. Sturban Mines, or the Ritter Mines, I should say, were in kind of this area, just to the northwest of Sturban.
So the furthest south, basically, along that path. On the east side.
On the east side.
This one?
The little reddish one. In the mountains.
Sorry, lots of tea.
No, so it's not marked on the map here, but so this is Sturban, right? We got Borka, Sturban, just kind of like in this area.
Oh, it's completely somewhere else.
Is that where the estate is?
No. Oh, the estate is
Oh.
in the far west,
Oh, that's what I thought.
in the mountains.
In the
yes.
little
Oh,
mountain.
okay.
Oh, I
Sorry.
went
What
the
you were
other
saying.
way.
Correct. I thought we were talking about the mines still.
I have no sense of direction. I have no sense of direction.
And then
That's pretty far.
that settlement south along that main road from Sturban that's Levcrest, and the little buildings kind of on the point of the mountain to the northwest directly of Levcrest is the Boritsi estate. You know that much as well, Cholula.
So, is there anybody who lives outside of the house? Any other villagers or families who would know and chase if something happened to Ivan?
I don't know for certain. Who are you addressing?
Just the room of people
Gotcha.
who've been here a minute.
Gotcha. Katya speaks up first. I'm not certain. I would imagine that he has other servants, like our mother, on the estate. I don't know that any of them would be upset at his departure.
Right?
Do you have like friends in town or
Do I
anything?
have friends in town?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Does anybody here have a friend that isn't in this room?
Well, Pippin.
Alma.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay.
That's in bulk,
I-
I imagine.
I haven't seen Cherry since she was a baby, so I don't know if we'd be technically friends.
I've never met Pippin, right? I was dead
Right.
during that?
You
Okay.
were dead during Pippin, but he
I
was
was
also
dead.
here.
I was dead while Pippin was also here.
Again, apologies.
Well,
That's what I was trying. What happened
No,
with
you're good.
Pippin
Did
was
you kill me? No.
what happened with Pippin was what I was trying to avoid happening with you, Cholula. I couldn't get to Pippin in time before the hag found his whereabouts and started using him against me. But I had found you, luckily enough, and that's why I brought you here.
I mean, I did get to cook at least.
Right. Speaking of, what did you make for everyone? What did you prepare?
Are there like ingredients in this house, or is it just
You have the
things that I
Mushrooms
have?
growing on the
You
wall.
have the ingredients from your bag of holding, and there's a few like herbs and spices around.
Yeah, so I have herbs and spices. I have that cured
How many?
pork.
Mhm.
Yeah, probably that.
So, some spiced pork for all of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I got.
Better than I've had in years.
Katya, what do you know of, remember Joffrey that used to come around? It's about your age.
Yes.
Joffrey.
There was a Kesso accident in the mines about 10 years ago.
10 years.
Thanks for bringing it up. I'm just kidding.
She asked if I had friends here, and I thought, well, maybe. Nope.
Okay.
Your mom?
So, as far as we know, we can't contact any of the people.
Your mom.
Your mom? Your mom's a friend.
So, at this time, we can't safely contact any of the people that we're attempting to locate
Outside of scrying.
outside of scrying, but we don't know if it'll be safe.
Just see what I know how to do.
And we don't know any other people.
Right. I mean,
Just the ones we're trying to save.
I sort of know Ivana, I guess.
Do you think she'd help you again?
I mean, if they still hate each other, probably. But I don't know if she would. I don't know.
Is the Chuckle House anywhere near the estate, or is there some distance?
And which one is Ivan most likely to be at?
It seems like it's probably in the estate if he never leaves and watches people.
Right.
Depends on how he watches. He might like to be there in person for the Chuckle House.
I don't like that.
With,
I just want it on the record.
with the
The things that are here are bad.
with the insight from earlier, do I
This
get
place
a,
sucks.
do I get a sense that Ivan watched us go through the mist this last time? Like that he allowed us through?
Make one more insight check.
Mist-based rolls need the mist-based dice.
The Misty Boys.
Miss boys.
Misty Boys.
It's the same exact number.
Wow.
Nice.
And
23?
23, yeah. 15 plus 8.
Dope. You get the sense that being connected to the mist in the way that you are, you know that it, as restricting as it can also be very malleable. There's a potential that he is keeping people from leaving, but allowing people to still enter. That's a possibility, that it's just a one-way situation. I would say on a 23, you don't know for certain if he was aware of your entry, but if he is aware when someone enters, then he would have probably taken notice. Whether or not that means he could see you or not is unclear. Unfortunately, if he also has a means of scrying or looking in on people, you are now in a room with at least 3 people who have physically been near Ivan that he is aware of, between Howie, Katya, and Wellington.
I'm going to ask Katya how scrying works.
I
Does it
I
have
look
to
in.
be someone you know?
No. It's more effective if it's someone that you know.
Would you know?
If you've met someone, if you're familiar with them, it is very likely that they would be able to look in on you.
If it's happening, can you feel it?
Like
It depends.
if he could know if you were scrying on somebody, how? And would we be able to do that?
It depends on your perception. If someone is looking in on you, if they are successful, you may not even feel it or take notice. If they're unsuccessful, you would probably be aware that someone was prying.
I mention this only because we're in a room with people that Ivan might be scrying after.
That he's at least interested in.
I hate to say it, but he would be familiar with me.
Is he mad at you?
Probably.
He seemed less mad and more like he wanted to own me like a possession.
This guy's gotta stop. I need him to stop.
It's as if, like I said before,
Neat.
he's got 2 now members of the Duvet family. It seems like he'd like the set.
Okay, well,
He's a bit
what
of a
if the
collector.
set kills him?
What if the set was a decoy?
That would be optimal.
We need to work quickly, and if he's looking for the duvets only, that's our in? We need to get close to Ivan and not all of his toys, right?
right.
I mean, it's hard to tell if there's an option where that is plausible.
I could turn into a bug and ride your shoulder as we go in.
Right. What I'm saying is, every time I've seen Ivan, he's had these friends of his around.
But at least he's there. We could just run into the friends and waste all of our time and efforts fighting them.
Instead of the important thing.
I could potentially attempt
Just an idea.
to try and... it would most certainly be a setup, but I could certainly try and set up another meeting with him.
You should
Try
have
and-
had Pippin bite you.
What?
Then you could have the...
Oh, he didn't say
Pippin
that.
got bitten.
To curse myself with lycanthropy.
Yeah. So then you could still
No
have
thanks.
some stuff.
Does
Hey,
he seem
no thanks.
Hey, this is an important question. Does he seem to like it?
Pippin? Yes, Pippin loves it.
Don't you miss you?
I have to babysit him oftentimes when the moon is full.
He's
but-
just a baby.
But he seems like he's having fun, yes.
He's just a baby.
I am not useless in a fight, I will say, but most of my abilities rely around bringing other things in to fight for me, if that makes sense. After I lost my brute strength, you'll recall, never mind, I'm not going to bring that up. I can summon certain things to fight for me, elementals and the like.
Okay.
Right.
We just go in all assault then?
I think your first plan is, I think maybe that's the second part of this plan. If everyone is on board with this, I can try and set up a meeting with Ivan. We can see if he's even receptive to that. He might just send some of those things after us to find us in the city or whatever, and barrel down whatever on his way to get to us. That's a potential option, but that doesn't seem like the funnest way that he could do a thing. So I don't know if he would choose that option.
And we couldn't... He's not someone we could lure out, is he?
Not with his reputation as a shut-in.
I mean, if there were just a couple of duvets out in the open, killing his little machines.
I think perhaps instead he would send something to gather us for him. I don't think he would leave the estate.
But if we kept cutting him down, then, you think maybe he eventually would have to
We
come
wouldn't
out?
want to leave a couple
Or
of duvets
he
out
would
to dry, though.
If we wanted to just take on wave after wave of horrid monster, and I don't know if I was as specific with this earlier as I should have been. I said they're very convincing. They are indistinguishable from the things that they depict until they are destroyed.
I think that
That
the
comes
other...
down to magical abilities, that comes down to speech patterns,
Or maimed.
spellcasting.
Right?
The other
what?
Blood and oil?
worth noting
Maimed
here
or destroyed?
is that if he
Certainly.
gets...
I mean, they still retain... I'm sorry, I should stop cutting you off.
No, you're good. This is the life I chose to live. If he gets bored with, just kind of sending things after us, and we keep succeeding or failing, either way, if the same result keeps happening, he's going to get bored of that too. Maybe, up the ante, start, maybe killing people off on his side while we wait hopelessly for him to drag us in. You know what I mean?
He has captives, is what you're saying.
I mean, I think he would assume that we don't want innocent people in general to die.
You're absolutely right. This entire city is his captive. Ledcrest to the south is his captive.
And he has Alma and Cherry and Pippin. And
Pippin is also there.
he's also there.
Yes.
That seems more likely than him coming out to see us.
Right.
Certainly.
It's to
So-
start
He knows what's at
He'd
stake.
probably start with Alma if he wants the duvets as a set.
So
If I
do we
did,
A set of duvets.
if I did attempt to contact Ivan, and I informed him that I'm here with Cholula, perhaps I could even, if our goal is to gain an audience, I could let him know about what happened with the Munderovers, if you're comfortable with that. It might be enticing enough to draw his interest and at least gain us an invitation to the estate. How the rest of you would then get in is beyond me.
It's usually beyond us until the moment we have to do it.
What is the outside of this?
Do you have an idea?
Please.
He holds up a little bit of casserole.
That could do it. That could do it. We'll save it as a plan C.
Is it like a fortress with super tall walls that you can't get past or something, or?
It's a manor house, but there's a bit of a strange field of oddities along the way. There are
When you say fields,
not like a flat land. It's actually quite treacherous in areas if you're not following the road.
okay.
Don't really get along with roads in Borka.
It's a bit of a literal maze of hedges and decrepit petting zoos.
Could you go over it?
We could fly over it potentially.
If you
I'm afraid I can only. I'm only powerful enough to make myself fly. I could not bring another with me.
I could probably do it, or at least enough to maybe guide everybody else through it from above.
I can fly.
We can fly.
We can fly.
Everyone's so fancy.
We can fly.
I can't.
I don't think I can either.
I can't fly
I
either.
can maybe, not today.
I could run up a wall.
I could punch a hole in a wall.
They're just hedges, right? I mean,
Well, I'm
people get so panicked in
suggesting
hedge mazes.
if we were maybe trying to.
All right, we could just climb to the top of the hedges and.
You bring
hop over.
up a good point that I should reiterate.
Is there a lid on it?
Well, I would say anything that you encounter on the Delisnia estate and you think to yourself, oh, it's just this, expect worse.
Oh, is it gonna be what?
Everything's worse.
Here.
Think of-
Everything is always worse here.
Is
Think
it
of the
all?
most childish way that it could be fucked up and deceitful.
The hedges explode.
Oh, they're bogies.
Does it-
Bogies?
Yeah.
Childish but hurtful.
Oh, the sharp
Think like
Spitballs.
yes. Think like, oh, I'll just punch through this hedge, and then you go to punch, and your fist stays inside
Gross.
when your arm comes.
You
out.
never want that to happen.
Is the maze
When your arm
surrounded?
comes back out?
Something like that. I don't know for certain. I've never
Your
tried to go
fist
through the
stays-
walls. I've always just taken the road there. I've been there on
Who takes
business.
care
once.
of these things?
Is the maze around the entire estate?
There are a number of mazes. They don't surround the entire estate, but again, there is the main road that leads directly there, but it's patrolled by.
We could try to
all
work
number
our
of
way around all of these
species.
things, but he would be more interested, as you had mentioned before, if we were passing these trials, yes?
If we successfully.
So we just
it
approach the
through.
mazes after this meeting, of course, to see how that goes.
If you're,
But
if
if he's
you're,
entertained by the idea of us getting through the maze, that's more enticing for him, yes?
if your aim is to impress,
We play the game.
I can't believe that I am about to suggest this.
Chuckle
But I think the Chuckle House would be the way to go.
We know we can assume that Pippin is probably there.
Also,
Which-
so maybe if we go through the Chuckle House,
We get one more ally.
and then he's like, "Wow, what a good job," and then we kill him all together,
That would be optimal.
and then maybe everybody gets to go home.
I'm like doing little kicks. Like,
Something that's been bothering me a bit
You break
is,
a vase.
does
shit, I'm
You s-
sorry. That's.
That's all right.
you say these things are indistinguishable from living creatures? Are they
Except for the molars.
derived from living creatures?
Not to my knowledge.
They're
Perhaps.
completely synthetic. That feels
It
like a
seems
weird
that
word.
way. It's rather, they have this sort of rubbery exterior.
Okay,
Most
so
of
they're
them.
not derived from living creatures.
Doesn't seem like it.
Cool.
None that
Just
I've.
making sure there's no converts of any sort. I'm thinking of Cherry, of course.
I mean, I don't know what sort of fucked up experiments he's got going on in there. Perhaps.
We know our way around experiments of sorts. The gooey ones from Mr. Nor. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Do I?
We'll explain over tea, Howie. There was society, a cult of sorts that
So what-
worshipped the. Yeah.
What are we looking at in the Chuckle House? Is it?
I've never been myself. I've only heard rumors that there are horrible things there.
Twisted fun from
Is
a
it-
twisted person.
Is it fighty things? Is it illusion things?
If it's
Do we know?
anything like a fun house I've been to before, there's probably a room full of mirrors. There's probably a room that spins. I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
spinny ones.
But maybe there's knives in it while it spins or
Okay.
something. Who knows? I have a hard time getting into this headspace because I'm an adult man.
Okay. Ivan is also an
How
adult
old
man.
is?
Yeah.
So yeah, right.
Is Ivan a
I
child?
assume that-
I want
Well,
to know.
he
I've seen Ivan. Haven't seen.
You've not seen Ivan.
Okay.
Ivan has seen you.
Yeah,
Um,
obviously.
I personally, actually, I've never seen Ivan. I've only heard his voice.
Ivan's
Rather
a kid.
shrill.
Just a fucking little.
Maybe
kid.
it's a maybe it's a man, but he's in kid's clothing.
I hate that
That's
more than
worse.
it being an
That's
evil
so
kid.
worse. Yeah, I know, but we're talking about a shut-in who's obsessed with a fun house. It could be odd,
Maybe it's
Okay.
like perpetually a kid.
Okay,
Could be one of those.
Stuck. at
let's
the top,
go
Vampire.
hands up
Maybe.
for going straight to the Chuckle House. Hopefully finding Pippin while we're there and maybe impressing this guy enough to
Do a
meet
group
him.
killing.
Okay, so hands up for Chuckle House.
Well, we're going to try a meeting first, right?
Katya puts her hand up.
Like a Wellington meet?
Well, we
What-
assume already
what-
that a meeting.
Do you think he'd actually come?
He's trying to collect duvets, right? Is that not the...
We've
ante?
already. We can assume off the bat that a meeting is gonna be a trap and that the rest of us probably won't be able to get there as easily as.
If we all go to the Chuckle House,
We'll
then
be
we all go
separate.
together.
Oh, and he could be
I
pleasantly
assume-
surprised that there's 2 duvets in his chuckle house.
Yes.
I don't like the, I don't like the phrase.
The more we say it, the more it
feels
hurts.
The more.
It feels sturdy, and I don't
Yeah.
think it is.
I don't want to be all up in his chuckle house. That sounds odd.
It feels
I
like,
feel like we could refer to it as something else, but
The
I will say
CH.
it says in big letters on the front of it, Chuckle House.
That's fine, but I think in a rolling sentence, right? Like, we have to destroy his chuckle house.
something
You know what I mean?
about it feels like
You
it
have to
means
deal a
butthole,
devastating
right?
blow directly to the Chuckle House.
Yes.
Oh, maybe we
Playhouse.
could burn it down.
Playground.
Have we tried to explode the
Well, we
Chuckle
should
House?
make sure that nobody's in the Chuckle House first.
We got to
Okay.
get all up in that chuckle house. You know what I mean? See, it doesn't feel good. Let's call it the
It's bunghole.
bad place is bad too.
100%.
Yeah. Let's
Chuckle
stay with the
house feels
chuckle
like it
house.
means
Yeah.
butthole. It feels like it means butthole, and I think that's what we're avoiding.
Just call it butthole.
Let's call it his butthole. Let's get up in his butthole and let him know that there's a duvet in there.
Kick him in the Chuckle
This
House.
sounds more natural.
Get in to the fart box and get all the duvets out.
Yes. Gonna punch him right in his fart.
Okay. So at least if we do that, we'll all be together.
Mm-hmm.
And if we set up a meeting, then those of us who are not a duvet have to figure out a way inside. And we don't know if the bad thing has already happened before we get there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Katya,
I assume everything's a trap, so
We should assume
just
that
go for the one we know.
Yeah. Hand up.
Chuckle
then.
House?
Chuckle House.
Chuckle
Katya puts
House.
her
And then
hand
we
up.
put our hands in the middle.
Fart box.
Chuckle House on 3. Chuckle House on
three.
3. 1, 2, 3. Chuckle House.
I hate it.
And on that note, we're going
did
to
we
take a
do that?
quick break.
Yeah.
Chuckle
Entry.
House.
Before we go, however,
What about entries then? If
Oh,
we
yeah.
I
have,
think
Well,
probably we have some things we should talk about real fast.
yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Yes,
Hi.
the newest
It's
member of the
Josh.
Arcana crew.
Yay. Oh yeah, I'm Jarsh in the Discord too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you may have, if you were in the Discord a couple of months ago now, I think, I posted an old photo from back in the day of Sam, one of Sam's first times playing D&D for Dungeons and Flagons, which was live on stage at a bar in town. Josh was with us.
I was
on
right
stage.
next to you.
Chaos
Hey.
Twins!
Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun little reunion.
Get ready.
It feels nice to have a
We gotta
full
do it.
room.
We got to do
Yeah.
a tough crit reunion too. We
Oh,
talked
for
about
sure.
that ages ago.
That would I'm going to read some of these vibe checks that have been happening
I'm
throughout.
going to do
If
the
you
entries first to buy him time.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, go ahead, and if you are interested in winning this box of
Oh, my bad. I'm short.
mystery pre-painted minis from our sponsor, More Fun Comics and Games, this is a Wild Beyond the Witchlight themed set of mystery painted miniatures.
It's big in there.
Then you can go ahead and type the word worm in the chat.
Worm.
Get this chuckle house.
WORM to enter for your chance to win. While you guys are doing that, we'll go ahead and read your vibe checks. If you haven't done a vibe check yet, you can do your vibe checks right here with us by typing exclamation vibe check.
Oh, Josh, you should vibe check while we're here.
Oh, I did earlier.
Or exclamation.
Oh, really? In the chat?
17.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll read yours first. I'm ADD, well-known, strong as hell person, threw a giant eagle off a cliff.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got WeFirm, rolled a 16. For the next minute, WeFirm can sense any Etten within 60 feet, regardless of their cover or protective enchantments.
Hell yeah.
I hope you detect none, because Ettins are a bad time. Hellbell666 rolled a 2 and was thrown off a cliff by a terribly strong Axebeak. Ooh, that's rough stuff.
Are Ettins the two-headed fellows?
No, Axebeaks, they're from Frostwind.
Ettins.
Or Icewind Dale. Oh, Ettins, I think they are.
Those are the two-headed guys.
Yeah, I'm
They have like
thinking
two
of...
personality things?
Yeah, I'm thinking they're like a two-headed giant. I was thinking of Ettercaps, which are like spider dudes. They're like pot-bellied man spiders. Butterfly 425 rolled a 6 and received a large
Smashlings or
invoice
whatever.
from a will-o-wisp.
Oh, no.
Rostone 66 rolled a 12 and summoned a neutral boar. This creature will disappear after 1 minute. I hope you made the most of it.
Give it a good pet.
Sheer Terror rolled a 4 while shopping for a well at the well store. Sheer Terror fell down 7 different wells. Not at the same time, though.
That might be my favorite
This
one.
you
Robbie has, like,
that you
created
got
these
out
as an
of the
Excel
well
thing.
and then fell down a different one.
Yeah.
I believe that you fall down one, you walk a little bit,
Yeah.
fall down
Keep
another.
falling down.
Still
yeah.
reeling from the last one, like, oh,
Yeah.
Safari Fred rolled a 5. Not realizing their ID was fake, Safari Fred sells alcohol to 5 underage ogre zombies stacked on top of each other in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Classic
Trench coat.
mistake.
Trench.
And then
always
we
have
got
that problem
Friggenbotham
for
over
everything.
here, rolled a 15. Friggenbotham wins the lottery. The jackpot was a birthday cake.
I drove all the way to Austin.
We had birthday cake today.
We did get a birthday cake.
And
today.
birthday donut.
We did.
Birthday donuts? Oh, because you guys
Morning.
went to 2 birthday parties.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah. So type worm in the chat. We will announce the winner of the mystery minis when we come back from our break. It's going to be about 20 minutes, and then we'll tell you how to enter to win the Fable Fire dice, the Wellington dice.
Dude, this
And
Oh
then
my
we
god.
will
Hello.
probably, I assume, continue the planning and see where we go
Yeah.
from here. So don't go away. We'll be right back in 20 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Before we hop back in, we have our first giveaway of the evening to announce.
It's this.
It's this.
What is it?
It's the Wild Beyond the Witchlight mystery mini set. It comes with 4 minis, even if one of them is really big, and I suspect that one is because it's not. Any sounds you're hearing as it's shaking around are this. There's no.
From our
The
sponsor,
winner.
More Fun Comics and Games.
Yeah!
Yay.
The winner of the More Fun Mystery pre-painted
Bless
mini
you.
giveaway is, thank you, Rostone 66. Congratulations, Rostone. Our prizes go out at the end of the month, as I'm sure you're well aware, and now everybody else knows too. But before we go and hop into the rest of this game and keep playing, fun time, Chuckle House, good times.
Chuckle House, good times. That's what they call me.
I love to laugh.
I think you meant chuckle.
True. Chortle.
It's me. I'm the Chuckle House.
We have another giveaway this evening.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Crazy,
Two?
right?
2 every week?
Every week we do 2?
Every week we do too. It's
Whoa.
this beautiful set of Fable Fire dice. I created them.
Ooh.
They're lovely. They're kind of like red and orange swirled through these kind of glittery sparks. They look like an explosion. I think they're fun. And yeah, they're the Wellington dice. If you would like to enter to win these dice, the only stipulations that you've got to be a follower of us here on twitch.tv/Arcanarama, which is free for you and makes us feel nice. And you can't live in Quebec because they have rules against giveaways. But other than that, to enter for your chance to win this beautiful set of Fable Fire dice, go ahead and type the word chuckle in the chat. Chuckles in the chat.
Chuckles in the chat. I don't know if this has always been this way, but I can't stop staring into this light back there.
Oh, yeah?
It's like right in my
That's
immediate.
probably because you're not usually this far.
No.
Oh,
down
yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
What's up?
You
How
have
do you like that spot?
You're always really
eyeballs.
bad at staring
You're
at
like
lights,
slowly
though,
turning
anyway.
into a moth.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime we turn on a light, you're just like, you
Yeah, I'm
just
like a
moth
moth. I have about that many brain cells.
Well, let's go ahead and hop right back in where we left off. You
it.
are
It sounds, looking at the chat, it looks like there's a lot of like insincere laughs.
Chuckle. Chuckle.
Chuckle.
You guys are currently sitting in the sitting room of the old Wilford house in Sturban, within the mists of Borga, planning your assault on Ivan de Lisnia. And continue.
I think that maybe the Chuckle House is our best option.
Right.
But
Yeah.
just to maybe line a couple of other ones out. Option 2 is that Wellington says, hey, guess what? Cholula's here. And then we go in and y'all find a way to sneak in around us and maybe do an ambush style situation. Is that what the idea was on that?
Does anyone have a way of transporting people? Forgive me for saying, a way of warping? Is that something that people can do? I've seen someone use a door before.
I can warp one person, but not myself.
How far?
I think it's pretty far. Hold on. 90 feet?
Through things?
No. If I can see through it, if there's like a little
If it's glass.
portcullis or,
Okay.
you know, or just a window.
I can fly, but I'd be hopefully entering the meeting with Cholula.
Right.
Right. We can
That's
fly,
an option 2.
I can
and
fly.
you can run up walls.
Yeah,
There was also talk of a bug on my lapel.
I can. I have a cloak of sorts that can give me another form.
I myself can fly, and I can make up to 2 people fly.
Could you use it on Hank?
I would need to use that.
Okay.
I assume, right? I could make him fly. Yeah.
I think our biggest problems there are that we could fail to get in, and then
we'd just be in there.
you're just trapped in there.
Well, and then if we do fly, it's pretty obvious that
It's pretty obvious that we're flying.
Well, back on any of these options, we shouldn't play his game the whole time, right?
Right.
We should be looking for ways to break through, or not just playing into his traps.
Right.
every
But playing
time I
into
thought
the
I wasn't
initiative-
playing his game, I was anyway. So
Right, but that's a good mentality to go into, right? Like, he can't have that many layers planned for.
Well, and with the meeting, the other thing is in that event, we won't know what the game is until we're there with the Chuckle House.
It seems pretty straightforward.
we know it's gonna be a nightmare gauntlet.
We
At
could make
least.
attempts to maybe tear the Chuckle House
Apart.
down.
Right.
From the inside. Just get up in that chuckle house.
Right.
This is Katya speaks up. I've seen a number of adventurers who've arrived in town from other places, whether it was of their will or not, I'm unsure. But those who I've seen go towards the Delisnia estate have not returned. I don't know that any of them were as capable as you lot are, especially with all of us working together. I've not seen this one fight. She kind of motions at Wellington. But I know that you lot can handle yourselves. I hate to say it, but I think the Chuckle House might be our best bet.
I hate that you say it too.
It's not growing.
I hate to say the Chuckle House.
It does. It makes me chuckle, and I'm trying to take this seriously. I really am.
Right.
No, yeah.
Right. It is quite silly, I guess by design.
I also
Yes.
think that the even better reward there is that at the end of it, hopefully we'll have another ally with us.
And we will
Maybe more if he has multiple people in the Chuckle House, I'm sure.
and diminished his forces.
We'll
At the
just have
very
to.
least, it's something that gives him pleasure, and taking that away would feel pretty good.
Right.
Just to have his Chuckle House full.
Just,
And if we.
People getting up in his Chuckle House gives him pleasure.
We could, I mean, what you said is right too. We could potentially gather more allies in the Chuckle House.
Is there, I'm sorry, the thought just occurred to me from seemingly out of nowhere. Is there a gift shop at the Chuckle House?
You exit through the gift shop.
Silas, you have the. I gave you the staff of disentanglement, correct?
Silas has that currently.
I have a stinky staff.
Nope.
Chalil, I think you have the Staff of Disentanglement in your back.
She did have the
I
staff
have
of
the.
disentanglement.
I have the spell right one. I think I gave you the disentanglement one. Did I not?
I don't have it in my inventory, but I
It
imagine I have
happened-
it somewhere in here.
It happened
One of you has
when we
to have it.
were trying to.
it's not me.
We were trying to tap something to make sure that it wasn't going to be bad, and we handed Silas the staff of disentanglement
Yes.
because we didn't want to give him.
Because I took it out of my inventory. Like I don't have it on me anymore, but I still have the other one.
When was that?
Okay, just checking in mentally. Silas, now having the Staff of Disentanglement in your possession, you're just
I do have that.
you're just an attunement slot away from a deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
How's that sitting with you?
I think it has crossed his mind, for sure. But the mists have definitely, this new knowledge of the mist is definitely taken that. There's a new gamble at hand, I'll say. This Chuckle House, if you will, is kind of, and knowing that he could actually alter the mists is more of a interesting gamble to him.
Interesting.
I was just trying to think of some different ways that if we do find Pippin, that we can make sure that it's the real Pippin.
And that staff could be worthwhile.
So
Because he's-
what's the staff do?
It can remove a curse, and my brother Pippin has been bitten by a werewolf. He's fine with it, but an automaton or whatever might not know that he's fine with it. If it has that, I assume that if they made a copy of Pippin, then it would also be a lycanthrope.
Are the Kesso crystals a
Depends on how much they know.
magical source of power?
Yes.
I'd imagine it's,
In that event, the staff would work just as well. It would disentangle the magic from the being,
no?
and so we would know if something was.
I mean,
We can check
I
the
could
teeth, but
try dispelling magic on it or something, if it was Kesso.
oh,
Right.
that's
So we have
helpful.
essentially a couple of ways that we could approach if we think somebody might be an automaton and not themselves.
Right.
I think I can do that with the smelly one. I
You
just
can do
haven't-
that with the smelly?
I haven't-
Don't be smelly.
I don't want to be.
There's a smelly staff. It's
You have a smelly staff.
Okay.
it smells.
It's
You should get that
stinky.
looked at.
I know.
It's bad.
And I can do a little bit of magic, but I don't know how to do the thing that can make it so that a bad smell is gone. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Well,
I don't know if it works on like a.
does the staff that I
Hey,
have
could
remove
you-
a curse?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so the curse of the staff is that you smell bad. Could we just touch staffs?
Perhaps we should hold off. Perhaps we should wait to touch staffs in the Chuckle House.
Right. We should bring our
some
stuff.
manacles. We could just
Why
like.
don't we
I'm kidding. We should do it here.
Yeah,
I just
we
wanted
should
to
do
say
it.
that.
We don't have to find
that
out
was
right
good.
away. We can just like chain them up.
What if we touch staffs in the Chuckle House?
This could be us.
And we were both boys.
I have to.
Well, there's the title for the episode.
Staff touching in the Chuckle House.
I do have to give up one of these other things that I
What do you currently have?
Oh, I
currently
could.
the things that I have on me are the bracelet that you gave me,
Right.
uh,
I would hold on to that
my
as
little-
we enter the Chuckle House.
my sword that flies around, and these gloves that make it so it's easier for me to climb or swim.
How often would you say that you use the gloves?
I mean, sometimes there's just a wall that we decide we have to climb, and I can't fly. But I suppose I could just try to deal with my own strength and
I could make.
maybe not rely on them. Also,
He
that.
can make you fly.
Oh well, not today.
So what
So
would the what
I'll give up the gloves for now, and
Okay.
let's try the thing with the staffs. And if
Stinky
I
staff.
still smell bad, then I'll just put the gloves back on.
there you go.
I can't imagine constructs find a way of smelling, right? Right?
Of being stinky.
Okay, so I'm unattuning to the gloves, and I'm going to attune to the staff of spell rot. If anyone needs to leave the room, it's probably going to smell bad.
I think I've gotten used to it. Does anyone else want to use this? I'm a bit.
It doesn't make me smell until I attune to it.
I
you.
can take the staff.
Yeah, I've got your bracelet, the umbrella,
Right.
and this ring of jumping.
Okay.
And
Soon
I've,
to sew them together.
you?
Is the staff of disentanglement in?
Oh, you're my.
I wish.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Just
Oh
now?
no.
We pray.
Okay. Boom. And attuned.
All right. So you
My
guys
very
take
first
a
thing.
short rest, which is easy enough. You've been just kind of chilling in this living area, sipping tea and making plans. You, a cat skitters across the roof, and you attune to these various items. And what's the
Okay.
plan?
First, we're gonna touch staffs, and I'm going to cast the remove curse spell on Cholula.
Excellent. Just so that I know, you're casting it on Cholula.
On the item?
It's up to you.
Which would one... Do I know enough about magical items or cursed items?
Make an Arcana
No.
check.
Great, thank you. I would love to.
Can I assist with this? Or can I do one on my own? I'm seeing all this, right?
Yeah, you can aid. So this will be with advantage, or if you want to roll.
Yeah, you go for
I'm down to roll because I'm pretty much proficient in
it.
that.
Get it.
Unless.
26.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice, 26.
A creature that attunes to the staff has disadvantage on charisma checks as the stench of rot emanates from them as well as the staff,
Yeah.
is what it says.
Yes. On a 26, Howie, this is going to be one of those moments where people at home are going to be like, that's not how it works. I just need you to know I'm aware of what I'm doing. I know the rules, and I'm choosing to do what I want. Typically, the way that remove curse works is when you attune to a cursed item, the curse affects you, and you cannot unattune from that item. Remove curse allows you to unattune, but the curse remains. I think that's lame, so we're gonna roll about it.
Okay.
The Staff of Spell Rot is legendary, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna call this a DC 25 Arcana check from the person wielding, or actually no, this would be a spellcasting check, so it would be your spellcasting modifier.
Okay.
So charisma and proficiency for Alma.
Okay.
Let's use our friend. Why not? We're here. We've got it.
Ow.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I popped my neck and it
Oh,
It was near deadly.
well, don't.
So, what do you add to this roll?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to roll a 15 or higher.
Fuck me.
Touch and stabs.
What is it?
It's a 12.
But the 2 is upside down.
Here, I'll just hand it.
Thanks. I have these little arms.
There you go. So, Alma, you attempt to remove the curse. And roll a d6.
5.
5. There is a, as Alma goes to touch the staff of disentanglement to the staff of spell rot, the tips touch, and there is a spark, a shower of sparks. Alma and Cholula are both blown back about 5 feet and catch themselves as there's this just pulse of magic energy. And a brief moment passes. Cholula, you are no longer attuned to the staff of spell rot.
Okay.
Alma, however, the effects of the curse, the stench emanates from you for the next 5 hours.
I don't think it worked. It just moved. I don't think I can use it.
Why do
It begins to smell like a dead body in the room.
I try
Why is that
this?
familiar?
To what end is anything good for Alma? Nothing goes good for Alma. It just goes not as bad as it could have gone. That's the most you can.
I'm gonna look at Alma like proudly as she like
I was
rambles.
about to say, Katya leans in and she's like, she takes after you.
Best you could ever hope for is not dead.
How she's even walking out of the room.
Hitting myself in the head with the staff.
That's new. That's a.
I will say, Alma, you are aware that it is not impossible, but there are repercussions to trying.
Well,
So, if you'd like, you can reattune. You'll just still be stinky. One of you is already stinky for a while.
maybe you can.
Touching stinky tips of the
Maybe you two can swap staffs, right? Like she already stinks. There's no need. There's no point in having 2 people that stink.
But then will it curse her?
I didn't like that staff the moment. I just smelled like shit. I tried to give it to a stranger. I didn't.
It does.
And you guys were like, no, let's keep it. And
So
look at us now.
is there like a sort of general thing where if something has a curse on it, you can't unattune? Because it doesn't say that anywhere in the description.
That is typically.
That's usually part
the
of
case,
it.
Yeah.
Usually like it'll say it is, or usually like assume that it is?
Assume that if
Assume that it
it's
is.
Okay, so we're not going by... Got it.
This is also homebrew staff, so I may have just not included that
Okay.
accidentally.
Yeah, if I had known that that was part of it, I would never have tried to attune to
Well,
it
now
in
you're
the
not
first
attuned.
place.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Don't try again.
Okay, well, we did our best.
Do you have a favorite smell?
Not this.
Yeah.
Pretty much every smell that's not this, I'm a big fan of.
I'm just gonna take a handkerchief and imbue it, do some magical tinkering, and make it smell like flowers. I don't know. Here you go.
Thanks. I just huffed. Oh, God. It's like the opposite of the time I huffed guts because I'm the guts. I'm the guts. I'm the guts now.
Kind of stays in the mouth.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
hot. It's in there.
Olfactory, I think, is
Yeah.
what has been described as.
It's kind of like you think you should breathe through your mouth about it, but then you breathe through your mouth.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Does Pippin have one of the rings still?
He does.
And that's 10 miles? How far are we from the Delisnia estate?
Why do you ask?
Pretty far.
Because we can use these to try and talk to Pippin as long as we're close enough.
Oh shit.
I will say currently, you are well over 10 miles away.
Right.
But I mean, that could be something as we get closer.
We can find out exactly where he
We're in the
is.
middle of the map, or where?
Yeah, you're in this little settlement.
Got it. Cool.
Right.
Yeah,
If
you're
there's any way we could know
quite a
that we are
ways.
10 miles out, we could reach out and let him know that a ruckus is coming.
Yeah.
A ruckus is coming.
A stinky ruckus.
A stinky ruckus.
Stinky ruckus in the Chuckle
I'm
House.
sure it'll probably wear off by the time we make it there.
I feel like I've lost my mind since we came here.
No, you smell really bad. Maybe there's less oxygen around you?
Although, you know what we'll do? I'm gonna go stand right outside and talk through the window.
Right.
I think it's probably
So as
best
not
if we
to
all
ruin
stay
this room.
inside the house.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will wear off eventually.
Yeah, your eyes are watering. You're fully crying.
It's quite ripe.
That's bad.
But
I also have a nose.
I personally, before we go trouncing towards the Chuckle House, would like to take a bit of a rest.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, we can do that.
That worm really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Today.
We should take watch.
You got
Again,
swallowed.
scrying and all.
Just curious. Can I just cast Detect Magic to see if there's any we're being scryed on, or if anything, if I see any like floating eyeballs? I don't know.
Yeah, make
Good.
you cast Detect Magic. That just happens.
Cool.
Go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
Shit. Let's see. Perception. 18.
18, nice. Looking around, you don't see what appear to be any scrying sensors. It doesn't look like anyone is looking in on you at this moment. This crew lights up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Hell yeah.
They are packed to the gills with magical items for the most part.
One.
Alma has one.
I have two now. I have a rock and a staff.
You see, Katya has a ring, and Wellington has a book that's kind of just barely poking out of his vest that is also giving off several. It seems like almost each page is giving off a different vibe. Let me know if you're curious about the specific school of any of these, because you do inquire that. Excellent. But other than that, other than the items being worn, nothing else in this room appears magical, and there don't appear to be any sensors watching you.
Got it.
I guess just regular line of watch, and then we'll set out in the morning.
Sure.
Oh, I guess Hank doesn't have to sleep or anything, huh?
Hank doesn't know.
And just set him to watch.
Sure, yeah, if you trust him.
I do.
Him? What would you prefer? Him?
I'm Hank.
You are Hank. Was there any other things that it says? He says?
He can.
But he chooses not to.
Just have to prepare.
Okay. Maybe let's keep it at I'm Hank then. Simple enough.
What do you want to hear?
Katya, are there any rooms I could go stinky alone in?
Observations?
I run in the other room for a second, and I come back and put another little button on his belt. Let's go to the Chuckle House.
We'll keep that one forever.
Right.
Alma, you ask Katya if there's another room that you can go in.
I would like to go be stinky by myself.
Certainly, if you'd like to take the master bedroom, it's just to the right at the top of the stairs. Do go into the broken banister.
Great.
Also, if you couldn't tell before, it is definitely just Howie's voice, like pitched down a little bit.
Very good.
It's wonderful having you, Howie. I think we need some levity as of late. It smells so much better. I didn't want to keep rubbing it in, but she's gone now. It's so bad.
The walls in this house are paper thin. I can hear you.
She's like looking at you through a hole.
I'm I'm sorry, Alma.
It's okay. It's not your fault I'm stinky now.
If it makes you feel any better, it's only a little bit better.
It doesn't.
So much better.
Still wafting through the hole.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it came from a hole.
I'm gonna. If I reach my hand down through this hole in the ceiling I'm talking to them to, about how far is the tip of my hand from Silas?
I'd say you can just kind of get your a couple fingers through. It's not like a gaping hole.
Am I at least within 10 feet?
There's no gaping holes in the Chuckle House.
Within
We're
10,
not in the chuckle.
Within 10 feet of Silas?
Yeah.
I'm just doing it.
It depends on where Silas is standing. Each of you just roll a blanket luck check. Whoever rolls higher gets
what
their
they
way.
Rollies.
What did you get?
What'd you get?
1.
2? That's an invitation to instantly make Silas's clothes just disgusting.
Yeah, she soils you.
I soil you.
Did I miss myself?
I'll use prestidigitation and fix it.
Do I notice where that came from?
With your passive perception, yes.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Right. Well, I'm going to get some rest. You're welcome to post up anywhere that you like.
It's stinky in here.
If anyone would like to join me in my bedroom as well on the floor, that's open. And
go.
Katya heads upstairs.
Couch names again. I'm gonna sleep on a couch.
Wellington's like, oh, okay. Stands up off the couch and lays down on the floor.
I'll take my bedroom then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Hank stand by the door or whatever, and I'm grabbing a pillow from the couch. I'm gonna circle around on it a few times and then lay down.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
So
Absolutely.
small.
He's a little guy.
Oh, he's just barely over 2 feet. Size small.
We'll
My
say
dog
that
is bigger than that, I think.
Yeah, he's real small.
we'll say that the discussions took the better part of the day, more so than just our real-time talks. You guys explored other avenues and talked about different potential ideas of approach.
Could we say we talked to Howie about familiarizing ourselves with mechanisms a bit further?
Certainly.
In that time.
What would you like to know?
Just if they're, I know they're indistinguishable from living things, but are there any kind of weak points? Is there a charge of any sort? Do they have a shelf life in their tasks that they're given?
Oh yeah,
Things
did
of
they
that
run
nature.
out?
Is there something that they're
Because Kesso are finite
especially
based on their size and frequency.
I'll say
weak to?
I'll say Howie, go ahead and make just a base intelligence check.
Woo! Finally rolled though. 9.
9.
Yikes.
You're not sure. You've never seen one stop functioning.
Yep.
I would say a 9 is enough to guess that the Kesso that are used, particularly in the creatures that have magical abilities, the Kesso used for those ones, when it runs out, it would be akin to someone running out of spell slots, running out of the spark within them to cast magic, and basically running on empty. The cores that run the creatures and keep them alive are very, very complicated mechanisms, which I wouldn't say you are intimately familiar with the types that they have, but the one
the
that
concept.
the one that you've put together for Hank is a more rudimentary version, but they have a more of a it's not self-healing, but it is perpetual.
And Hank self-heals a little bit. But
Yeah. So yeah, there's it draws from the core, but the core there are mechanisms in place that cause it to kind of refresh itself.
okay.
Right.
So
Delete all that.
to answer your question, maybe and kind of.
I go to bed with under the gentle knowledge of maybe and kind of.
There are limits to what they can do, the same way that there are limits to what you can do.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like they just go bad and expire.
My max hit points have gone down.
Oh.
Because of the aid.
No, but I was at 151.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know.
Another worse?
Did
Whatever.
you take off armor or something?
Nope.
That shouldn't
That
affect
wouldn't
hit
do
points.
anything, yeah.
Did your
Cool.
Constitution modifier change for some reason?
Yes.
Why? That was a dumb question. Sometimes I just talk.
I unattuned from the belt of dwarven kind.
There it is.
Fun.
Oh.
That's fun. Good to know, but I had to.
Or what?
I had
What
to.
did you attune to?
And to replace that, the bracelet of stabilization that I didn't, I guess, attune to.
Stabilization.
One that you made.
Yours.
What is everybody attuned to?
The
We can do a quick inventory. Do you guys want to?
yeah. As
How
a part
much
of our
shit do you have?
as a part of our planning in the living room, we just kind of went over our
always tells
equipment.
me, he's like, you guys have so much magic shit. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
have the
Does everybody else
Shadowcaster,
have a
the
lot?
umbrella that I had made,
Okay.
the ring of jumping, and the bracelet of stabilization. The only other thing I have an option to is the belt of dwarven kind, which has not served me because there are no dwarves in this world.
Right, but it added to your con.
It added to my con.
I have ring of feather falling, dancing short sword, and bracelet of stabilization.
Okay.
And that stinky staff.
But you're not attuned to it.
Not attuned to it.
Right. You just have it on you.
Yeah, I also
I wasn't
have
sure
the,
if the question was still attunement or if it was just what do you got.
Yeah, I also have the gloves and the staff of spell rot. Yeah.
Right.
I've made a cloak of protection. I've made a ring of protection. I have a dwarven thrower. I've got winged boots, and I've got a spell restoring ring.
Wow.
Nice.
And there's like so many other things I'm not attuned to.
I am attuned to the staff of disentanglement.
You want the stinky one? Also?
Was that a real true question that you
I mean,
just
it does some cool stuff.
It
I
does a
know.
lot of really cool shit. It's a dope staff.
Yeah,
It
it
just
is.
makes you
Dope
smell bad.
staff. I don't want to
Mechanically, all it does is give you disadvantage on persuasion checks.
It didn't
Like
say
charisma.
anything
That's the
about
thing
charisma
I
checks.
do. That's the thing I do.
True.
I do have fucking, what do you call it? The thing where you're a rogue, and so because you're good at it, you can't
You
roll
can't
under
fail.
a 10. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Solid.
But we would all know that you're stinky, though.
Reliable
Yeah.
talent.
Everyone would know that I'm stinky.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like,
Cholula is just so charismatic that people look past the smell.
yeah, you know when people are just like really, really hot so they can get away with anything?
So you're just like, nobody would
I don't know
tell
if
them.
stink would pass that test for me. It's like, wow.
Or
They got
maybe it's
far
no,
away.
The
maybe
thing
it
is-
turns into intimidation. That it's
You
like
can-
the smell of rot is like you just fucking.
No, here's the thing
ripping
is if
through
somebody's hot enough, you
bodies, like-
convince yourself, like, that's not them. That stinks like
something else.
They are gorgeous. There's no way they smell like death right now. They smell
Okay.
they smell like the back end of a chuckle house. Right.
Anyway, you can all take
Right.
a long rest and
Yeah.
restore your spell slots and hit points and all that
Ta-da.
is. And you awaken the next morning feeling rested.
I feel so rested.
You look rested. I'm less stinky.
Yay! You look less stinky.
Make a quick perception check for Hank.
Okay. Whew. It's liking this 4 now. Oh man, I don't know his stats anymore. Nope.
I've removed the ring of jumping and replaced the belt of dwarven kind. I didn't realize how important that was to me.
Yeah. Probably a good call.
It's con modifier.
You haven't done like a ton of jumping.
And if I do, I'm a monk.
Yeah. it's-
Freak of nature anyway.
Step of the wind, double it,
Right.
triple it. I think it's triple.
It says his passive perception is 20. What would that make his normal perception?
Where's your?
It would probably be
We'll
plus.
just go with
Plus
just go with
7?
the
Is it
passive.
13? Is okay. Passive's 20.
Yeah, we'll just go with that then. You all find your rest and awaken in the morning. And who all slept in the living room? Like the sitting room?
I did. No,
And
I went to my
also-
room. That's right. I went to my room.
Right.
Us in Wellington, I guess.
In Wellington, correct. You all kind of like rouse around the same time, and you see Howie is standing in the center of the room over this small, innocuous coffee table that's pretty dingy, and is staring down at a folded letter sitting on top of it.
Oh. Does it have
By
anyone's
staring
name
down,
on it?
it's like literally
Yeah.
from 6
You're
inches
just actually
up.
on the table.
Oh yeah, probably just standing on the table.
Does it have anyone's name on it? Is it addressed to someone in particular?
It doesn't appear to be. There is a green wax seal on it that depicts like a what are the words have escaped me. The masks, theater masks.
Yeah.
There's a happy one and a sad one.
Yeah.
Those.
Right.
Yeah.
Thespian.
The thespian masks. There we are.
Okay.
Should we see if this is something a bit more than a letter?
Is it
on a
going to
table?
explode?
Yes, something of that nature.
Oh, I guess so. But didn't Katya say she was getting letters from your mother?
I don't know if her symbol is theater.
Yeah, I'm not sure if she's putting wax seals on things, right?
None of them were sealed like that. No.
Oh. Well, should I open it?
Well,
We
hold
should
on.
Reach for it.
Usually you grab it, and I don't have this physically prepared, unfortunately, but you crack it open,
Yeah.
and inside, in poor handwriting, in
Holding.
like my handwriting, in big letters written in presumably the same green wax as the seal, is written, "To the duvets. Hello." And there's like words are misspelled and some letters are like backwards.
Well,
It's come to my attention that you've all nearly arrived. I'd like to cordially, spelled wrong, invite you to my manor house for dinner. Signed, Ivan Delisnia.
Oh, Wellington, we got invited to dinner. I wonder if we can. Does it say anything about plus ones?
Just for fun, we'll say there's a little postscript at the bottom. P.S. Bring friends! Exclamation point. 3 exclamation points, and it's underlined.
Yeah, I already knew we were here.
I don't like that.
We can
I
all
don't
go
like
in.
this.
Nothing is as it seems, right?
Right.
But
I
I
don't know,
mean,
this one seems pretty straightforward.
Is that an issue?
is he inviting us to dinner like we're gonna be dinner,
We're gonna be the dinner.
or are we gonna actually be in a room with Ivan?
I'm growing more and more concerned that this is a child. I want everyone to know that.
I don't give a shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to pull punches. I just want you to know that if you see me
What is
punching
the
a child in the next couple of days,
What does the like manner of script look like? You
it's
know?
rough.
It looks like a child wrote it with a crayon.
Oh, you gonna put them on blast?
Yeah, do it. It's worse. It's actually worse than this. The letters are bigger and there are fewer of them.
No,
Is that
this
him?
is like pretty good.
Yeah, you did a good job on
I tried really hard on that one.
Where's the tissue paper
There's a
one?
scroll one. That's rough stuff.
I think I spit my gum. I did.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the one. There's gum on one of the folds.
Here we go. If you want to know what this is from, you can subscribe on Patreon because I'll be posting it soon.
Let's go with prison yard. That's a really good
or
example.
storerooms, kind
Yeah.
of like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's not bad.
A child.
Child.
A child.
Adult husband.
I do the pictures, not the letters.
You do the pictures, not the
To
letters.
the manor, right? Not to the Chuckle House.
Well,
I will say it just says to dinner.
It doesn't say when. So we could
where?
theoretically go through the Chuckle House first if we want
so
to.
it's possible that we have to go to the show. We
did
don't know
say-
where dinner is.
We
We
did
could
say we
see
were going to play his game for a bit, and then try to break the game, right? I mean, regardless of where we end up going.
Does it seem like whoever left this is still nearby?
Make a. Are you like looking around?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
Okay. That is a natural 20.
Hey, yo,
baby!
Hey,
Alma,
yo.
you step out to. You step over to the window, I should say, one of the front windows, and look out. and there is a black carriage with gold trim, with 4 horses in front of it, parked in front of the old Wilford house.
That's the one that almost hit us.
No, that one was black with silver trim.
Different.
I did my best. I thought, like, I retained something.
Yeah.
Howie, forgive me. Hank is qualified to take watch, yes?
Hey, guys.
Notably also Alma. You notice the 4 hooves, the hooves of 4 horses, but continuing up you see that there's not a driver to the carriage. There are actually 4 centaur that have been bridled up in front of it.
This is ill-advised, but I'm gonna just kind of poke my head out the window. Hey there, we got this invitation to dinner, but no location or time. Could you just, we have to check against our calendars.
You're expected.
Just whenever?
At your leisure.
Okay, I'm gonna pop my head back in and shut that window.
You do so. His head slowly turns back to front facing.
Ask him who all the letter was for.
I don't want to. You do it.
What are you going on about over there?
Well, I was trying to indicate that there were some people outside who probably left the letter, but you seem busy, so.
Busy? I'm gonna like bolt up and grab at my short sword. And get out to the front porch.
You draw your sword and step outside.
Yeah.
Okay. The centaurs, the one that spoke to you, Alma, is kind of the front right, turns and looks at you, Silas.
Can I just like pull Silas by the collar back inside?
I didn't really. Sword like hits the door frame.
Once again, slowly turns the head back front facing.
You didn't tell me it was centaurs. What the fuck is that all
You
about?
didn't let me get that far. Right out the door. Invitation is at our leisure.
Okay.
Didn't get a location. I did ask.
Are we meant to take the carriage? Do we respectfully decline the carriage?
Why?
Because that's a trap. Are we going to be in a small
I mean,
box on the
we're
way
trying
over
to go there anyway, are we not? And as we get closer, we can use the
Do we
rings
want
to try to
be
hit
small?
up.
That's strategically the worst. Strategically, the worst position we can be in
They're
is
trying to
inside
get
of the
us to a
carriage.
secondary location is the thing.
Yes.
Right, but like we were trying to find a way into that location anyway.
Right.
So like we don't let them shackle us or nothing, you know, we'll have to
But we
do
get inside of a box?
Yeah.
Can we? What if they let us sit on top of it?
What if we ride? They're so short.
They're short.
Are they short?
I would say there are 6 of us and 4 of them.
Damn.
So
So
two
some
can
of
ride on
us
top
would
of the
have to be on
carriage.
top of the carriage.
2 of us can fly.
No one inside the carriage.
I'm not going inside the carriage. Hey, I've been a horse.
That's it. Silas, you be a horse.
Again?
And then somebody can ride on you and then
Now, hold on. No one's riding me to the Chuckle House.
Wait, what if we just follow the carriage and we have them go slowly?
Sit on top.
I'm gonna like put the sword back out. Could we follow you?
Certainly. If that is your desire.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
We could follow them.
We can follow.
Your presence has been requested.
Yeah, we're working on it.
How you ride.
presents?
The duvets. It's in the letter.
The duvets.
And friends.
Honored guests.
How?
Okay.
Okay. I'm not getting in a carriage. Not someone who springs traps.
No, I
on
don't think
the
that
regular.
getting into the carriage is a good idea.
No.
Straight up, I think it's bad. I think that's the worst thing we can do.
Would you get on top of the carriage?
I would get on top of the carriage.
Can I take a look at the carriage?
we're all just leaning out.
Yeah, you're all standing at the door.
Does it seem like anything other than just like a carriage?
You can make an insight check.
Okay.
Because you're not really investigating
This
it.
is one of those
You're
door
just kinda
puzzles
looking
that's
at it.
not a puzzle.
Right.
And
Or
Sam know that, but Alma doesn't.
11.
Hey!
11. It looks like a beautiful carriage.
It looks like a beautiful carriage.
I can check out the carriage later. It's fine.
Okay, what if some of us get in the carriage, right? Some of us get in the carriage, and some of us follow and/or we politely ask if you can ride on the men. Those are men.
One of them's a woman.
One of them is a woman. I miscounted breasts.
Oh, wow.
It
Yes.
happens.
Some of us can get in, some of us can stay out, and that way if some hullabaloo.
Our plan, if I'm not mistaken, was go into the Chuckle House and raise hell, correct?
Right.
Yes.
Seems like we've got our invitation. Perhaps we should just take it.
Right. We agree with that, I think. We're just trying to determine how we want to go
It's almost certainly a trap.
in the carriage.
But we said as much last night while we were planning.
Right, but do we think that the carriage is part of the trap?
I'll look at the carriage. I'll look at the carriage.
Hey, we're going to inspect the carriage. We're sending someone out.
Dudes, you must.
Not excited to go back there.
I'm
but-
not. You want me to escort you?
No, it's fine. I can go with the carriage. I don't care.
I'm going to go to the carriage.
I'm gonna go with the carriage.
We all go stand outside of the carriage.
We're all
I'm gonna pass. I did.
Very suspiciously step outside. Like a bunch
our
of cats. Like a bunch of cats approaching food that they're not sure if it's like poisoned or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out like a little, a pair of glasses, but one of them's broken, and just kind of then identify it and touch it.
Yeah, you identify the carriage. No roll required. How does your identify spell work? You tell me if there's like any flavor to it. That you
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I pull out like a broken pair of glasses.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Yeah.
You're getting like readings.
Yeah, looking through it, in like, it appears on the lenses, small, like ink-like script, almost like writes itself out, and it identifies that this is made from birch, made from the same types of trees that make up the forests around you,
Hell yeah.
and that it even like gets down to like there's a little bit of lead in the gold paint, but other than that, there are 6 canisters of some type inside that contain a type of gaseous poison.
Yeah, we're not getting in the carriage.
Everybody back inside. Shuffle back in.
Oh, we can follow them though.
Yeah, we can follow.
We can follow them.
We can follow.
Not too close behind, though. No. What if... You said canisters.
Yeah.
So, not where it can spray us.
I'm just not.
Where
I'm
were
not
the
a poison
canisters?
fan.
In the carriage.
Like in the sidewall. Under a seat.
Yeah, they're kind of like in the in compartments hidden in the roof on the inside.
Poisonous?
Do I know?
Seemed like some sort of not like murderous, but something to knock you out.
Okay, we would like to choose to follow the carriage on foot. Or upon your gracious and lovely backs.
You shall follow. And the
That
carriage starts
sounds
moving.
good. That felt like the answer we were gonna get.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's good.
Yeah.
it's good.
I didn't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
To be honest, I didn't
feel
think
like-
there was gonna be.
That's one of those rare ones where I feel like Cameron gave that to us because we were so hyped.
He's like, yeah, I fucking guess, you nutbags.
That whole time I was like, it's a carriage. But still would have set everybody back inside.
You all follow along.
Find
behind?
out later
Yeah.
on Patreon.
It moves at a pace that you can easily keep pace with yourselves. As you find yourselves walking through Sturban town center at first, you pass by a number of lovely shops. And by lovely, I mean decrepit and kind of sad. You see a tavern called the Drunken Owl. You pass by a blacksmith, Randall's Buckle, as well as a jeweler called the Northern Gems. a general store called the Royal Pitcher, and an old kind of if the old Wilford house was overgrown, this is like nearly buried in vines, but it appears to be some sort of temple, and the symbol outside is a skull in profile looking down, and the dome of the skull is decorated with what first it looks like it's like molded or something, but looking closer you recognize shapes of continents as if it is like a globe.
Oh.
But I would say none of you are familiar with this symbol.
It doesn't resemble the the Nasty Knights or whatever we ran into the other day.
The Champions of Filth?
Yeah.
No. that was a drop of blood turning.
That's right.
skull.
That's right.
Both skull related though, but a little bit
Skulls.
different.
Nasty Knights.
Continuing on, you follow along the Ruby Road as it continues to the west. And looking at the map that Howie had set out for you from the places that he had been before, you know that there are going to be a couple more settlements, but doesn't appear that this cart will be making stops. So it's going to be a bit of a trek as you are, I want to say you're close to like maybe 20 miles, if not further away from the Delisnia estate. So you've got some walking ahead of you.
Yeah.
And as you continue along behind the carriage, and eventually you do see, as you get maybe about 2.5 miles outside of Sturban, you see this purple gas kind of leaking out of the windows of the carriage. That seems like there was some sort of trigger set somewhere for it to knock you guys out.
Are they empty now?
I would.
I don't know if it was all of them.
Eventually it does cease. If you'd like to cast Identify again, you are more than welcome.
Because, I mean, we could.
When we get
If
within,
the poison's gone, we could take a ride.
well, we still need to, at
Yeah.
some point. And when we get within sight of the Delisnia estate,
You see Silas motions towards like a ring that he's wearing.
We still need to get married.
yes, when we get within sight of the Delisnia estate, we don't need the cart to follow, right? Like, we can approach at our will.
I guess.
While y'all are talking about this, I just crawl up in Hank's arms and just kind of.
I'm Hank.
Let's go to the Chuckle House.
And on that note, we're going to go ahead and end tonight's session. It's getting to be that time, but before we go, we have a couple of things to go over. The first of which is our lovely Patreon supporters,
Yay.
who I'm going to pull up and read aloud to you now.
Tell them.
I'll tell them. I'll tell them all.
Tell them who the brave souls are.
So
Who
brave.
get extra content.
Yeah. Speaking of, some of that extra content that you get access to in our $5 tier, the Adventurer tier, is the Chaos Hours, which is our weekly post-show chat where we talk about the session, what happened, what went down, what we liked, what we didn't like, and things of that nature.
Sometimes things that we missed.
Yeah, sometimes things we missed, if there were branching paths.
Dog?
Things we miss.
So if you have...
Pepper.
If you have any interest in hearing those post-game chats, then that's the thing you can grab over there. Also, if you have any questions that you'd like us to answer, we do Q&As as well. There's a Chaos Hours channel in our Discord. If you haven't joined already, you can hop in there through the link in our About section and ask us whatever questions you might have had arise in your brain during this episode, and we get to all of those pretty much every time. But without further ado, our lovely Patreon supporters are Eric F., Freya O, and Scott S. For, I believe those are our Dungeon Delvers. And we've got our lovely adventurers, Butterfly 425, definitely not Sam, Evelyn Avalda. We've got Nita Yilva, Phoenix Born Creations, Robin S., and Tina H. Thank you so much to all of you for helping us continue our little show along. But that's not all. There's one more giveaway to announce this
I
evening.
recognize some of these names.
Yeah.
A giveaway.
We have been asked to unbox this one.
Oh, nice.
I ripped the box a little bit.
Do you want to pass it yonder, and we can get it in our friend here?
We need to get a knife out here so you can open the tape.
Well, it's the part that's the back that
gonna
not
entrust
even
this to
related
you,
to the tape. I just
And I will speak
punched it
aloud
out.
to Robbie that we are using our little friend to show off some minis. If he
little
wants to
friend,
pull that guy up, I can just.
The winner of these ones is Rosestone, by the way.
There we go.
What else is happening? Please vamp. I have some.
Well, there's
unwrapping to do.
also a dice giveaway this evening. The Wellington dice. I'm going to announce the winner of the Wellington dice right now. The winner of the Wellington dice giveaway is. Ooh, a name I've never seen before. Soulkeeper 00.
Soulkeepers.
Congratulations to you, Soulkeeper.
Congratulations, Soulkeeper.
And welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us.
Yay!
We will get in contact with you through the Twitch Whispers to let you know, or rather to get your information from you, or if you'd rather do it through Discord, you can do it that way. We keep that information protected and safe, and it lets us get things to you.
Yeah, it's all private. We don't sell your information to anybody. You can ask anybody who's like won stuff and gotten stuff before. Nothing sketchy.
Yeah.
A blink dog.
Blink dog. Blink dog.
Dog.
Blink Dog! Congratulations on your win, and once again, our prizes ship at the end of the month, so look forward to that towards the end of April.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, what?
Now I think we're just looking at these minis.
Darkling Elder. It's pretty rad.
Hi.
Yeah.
Curved swords.
Curved swords.
We did have some people ask when we introduced our new friend Josh to get a little bit of an introduction. So if you had anything you wanted the people to know.
Tell us about yourself.
Tell us about yourself. What's your favorite color? They love to know that.
And what's an animal that starts
Color's
with
hard.
the
I
same
don't know if that
letter as your
changes,
first
like,
name?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I just get tired of colors and then pick a new one.
Roast.
Depends on the palette.
Yeah.
Roast
What'd you
stone.
get?
Mushrooms.
They're so cool.
Campestry. That's it.
They have little faces.
They just look like mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little face.
Sorry, Rostone. I'm keeping this one.
No,
It's a tiny little
We
mushroom.
would never.
Sheer Terror would like you to tell us the significance of every pin on your jacket.
Ooh, that's a lot.
We could maybe
We
talk about
actually
that in
started that
Chaos
during
Hours.
our mic check. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can add that as an audience question for Chaos Hours for sure.
I'm sure we'll
No
probably
Shromo
talk
packs,
a
that's
lot
probably
to,
no.
to Josh about joining Chaos Hours. So I guess if you want
Yeah.
a bonus
And the last one, the big one, is a giant dragonfly, which is
Ooh, that would be
Big
terrifying.
red one.
Can you imagine the sound as it approaches?
It can't move its legs.
Oh wait, you can do that humming sound. Yeah.
Yeah, but brief introduction. I'm Josh. I have played in a handful of D&D games with the two of them. I used to play in a band that was in the practice room next to the
Our
Holtz band, and I've known Taylor for 10 plus years now.
I used to follow his band around.
Do you want to? Is it okay if we plug said band? Do you guys still have like music on the internet?
Yeah, it's fine. Whichever.
It sounds like you don't want it to
I
happen.
had so many bands. I don't know.
Oh my god.
The one that comes to my mind is Elemento.
Yeah, that was probably my main one.
Redbeard, man, what an album release.
Thanks.
We thought that ceiling was going to collapse.
I probably should have taken some photos of that night, and I did not.
That was wild.
Well, hell yeah, we're so glad to have you. I think you lost your mic again.
Careful.
But yeah, it's nice to have 4 bodies at the table.
Yeah.
That's how
don't include
DMs
myself.
talk about humans.
Yes. It's nice to have 4 bodies in the room again, so that I might stack them on the floor of the Chuckle House.
Put your body in my chuckle house.
Cameron, stop making people get in your chuckle house.
We have got to carry this energy over to Chaos Hours.
Yeah.
So
Right.
thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be here again next
Bye,
week.
guys.
And then we're going to be off. I should hit this again. We're going to be off the next 2 weeks after next week. So that's going to be, I have it written down, but where's the question? We're going to be off on the 22nd and the 29th of April, but we'll be back on May 6th to continue along with the story. So join us next week. for episode 62 to find out what happens in the Chuckle House.
We warned you.
Who knows?
I forgot what we say.
We'll see all of you there, but until then,
Stay safe out there, adventurers.
That's
Get
it.
it.
Yeah.
Welcome. Hi.
I'll answer questions in Discord too. Yeah.
Yeah. Ask them
Take
whatever.
a picture of every pen.
Okay.